And good Thursday evening on the Blazer Broadcast Network. Ryan Ragland with you at the McCarthy Auto Group broadcast booth. Ian Jones alongside as we are on a rare Thursday evening football game here on the Blazer Broadcast Network. Your 6-0 Blazers looking to move on to 7-0 as they take on the 4-2 Shawnee Mission Northwest Cougars. Blazers coming off a nice 48-20 win. Homecoming night last Friday night at home. Blazers really took advantage of the whole game, leading 21-7 at the half, scoring 3 touchdowns in the third quarter, and running off with the 48-20 win. As I said, Ian Jones alongside. And Ian, you weren't there, but you can just tell just online. Oh, by the way, we have a special picture coming up. We'll get to that here in a little bit. But you can just tell online on the Blazer Broadcast Network Facebook page. And you were watching the game on YouTube, and you were seeing all the comments and everything. The excitement built back in Gardner. It's amazing how that whole wave turns around in 6 games.
Yeah, and it's a lot of credit to Coach Cornellson. I mean, the way he's changed, these kids are coming off of 10-game losing streak. They come into the season, new league, new coach, not a lot of things to expect, mainly a lot of unknowns on how this season would go. And I don't think many people really expected a 6-0 start. They probably expected, like a 4-2 or 3-3.
I don't think anyone expected a 1-0 start starting the season against Shawnee Mission East. That's been a nemesis for the Blazers for the last few years in the playoffs and the regular season. I mean, what was it? 4 years ago we ended up playing them beginning of the season, I believe, and it was like 70-7.
Oh, wow.
Something like that. So, yeah, anyone that sits there and tells me they were expecting a 1-0 start, let alone a 6-0 start, I have to take it to the mental institution and have you analyzed, because you're either not with your wits or whatever. And that just goes to show what, Jared even asked a couple weeks ago, what do I see the difference in what was and what is? And, it's not saying that any one way is wrong, but there's sometimes you need that fresh change. And I'm experiencing that myself.
Yeah.
I just accepted a job position, and I'm ready for that change. I'm excited about that, the newness and what's going to go on. And sometimes that's what you need.
Yeah, and that's always a fresh start, fresh face, and a guy with as much experience as Coach Cornellson, as we brought it up 2 weeks ago against Olathe Northwest. The man has never had a losing season.
Hard to believe.
16 years and yet to have a losing season.
I had it written down somewhere.
And
I can't find it now, but I think I have it at home. But I'm keeping a record of exactly how many wins he has.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead and finish.
I forgot what I was going to say now.
Well, that's all right, because before we get into the look around the Sunfire League, brought to you by Trails West Ace Hardware and Feed, as everyone knows, last week, you were already standing up ready to go. Just wait with it yet. Everyone knows that I made the comment that if we got 200 viewers for the game for homecoming against Shawnee Mission North last week, I was going to color my hair pink. I've done it. A lot of people have seen it on the Blazer Broadcast Network Facebook page. It's done. It's there. But for the fact that that I'm going to be seen in public like this, I got to take my hat off here, and Ian's turned around. There you go. That's right there. That's about as pink as you get there, folks. Katie over at Design Company did a great job. She just explained to me everything that was going on. Not like I told her. I said, I feel like you're a doctor explaining to me every procedure that's going to be going on. She goes, I'm just letting you know. And I'm like, yeah, I know. And so, yeah, huge thanks to everyone over at Design Company. Katie, Amy, April, Allison was there. Huge thanks to Wally. He took care of us while we got that done. Sent over, the best burgers in Gardner, bar none. He gave me a double cheeseburger with egg and bacon.
Oh.
Oh. With the baked beans.
Oh.
Wally, you are the man.
I'm jealous.
Oh, you should have been. And they told me for a few days the pink was going to be rubbing off on my hands, and they are actually rubbing off on my hands. So I got to keep washing. I got to get the stuff off. But once again, mega kudos for everyone that was that participated watching last week. 201 viewers is our record on YouTube. Thank you everyone that watched, and this goes out to, as I mentioned on my live post, that it goes out to my cousin Leanne that battled it and succeeded. Will's wife Melinda, she's having a procedure done next week, and we're thinking of her. Chrissy, a friend of mine in Salina, she had the procedure done. She's doing great. My mom's best friend's been battling cancer for over 5 years. I lost her daughter to stage 4 pancreatic cancer in April. A friend of mine, Brenda Beckham, she had to have one removed. She's down in Texas. She's doing great. It's just, and talking to Wally's mother died of breast cancer. His wife, Dawn, died of breast cancer. And me and Wally were talking. He goes, I can't shake a stick and not hit someone that either by family or friend that's been affected by some sort of cancer.
Yeah, and I've had my grandma on my mom's side, she had, I believe, stage 4 breast cancer. She beat it. My grandpa, he had non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. He beat the crap out of that. And if you're watching right now, Grandpa, thank you. I'm glad you're still here.
Yep. So it's a bad deal, but I wanted to keep, I wanted to just, I followed through with my word, but hey, it's for a good cause, and I don't mind doing it, and don't think I'm doing it every year. Something to get used to, but that's just how it is. So, like I said, thanks again to everyone. I don't know. We may show it again during halftime.
Yeah.
Because not everyone's going to see it now during the pregame. We'll show it again during halftime.
Yeah.
You'll have to remind me to announce that. So anyway, a look around the Sunflower League brought to you by Trails West Ace Hardware and Feed and Arbor Creek Ace Hardware in Olathe over there at 151st and Merlin. Scores last week again. Blazers 48-20 over Shawnee Mission North. Lawrence Free State 54-13 over Olathe South. Shawnee Mission East and Olathe North. I need to correct that because I put Shawnee Mission East twice. O-L-N. Shawnee Mission East over Olathe North 35-28. So the Eagles start out 4-0, and they were looking good. They go to Columbine, and they get manhandled by one of the state's best there, and then they come back here, and Shawnee Mission East beats them by a touchdown. So that's a tough rivalry there.
Yeah.
Olathe Northwest comes up with their first win of the year with a win over Shawnee Mission Northwest. Right here, these Cougars, 29-21. And I got to look back. In comparison, the Blazers defeated Shawnee Mission Olathe Northwest
35-6.
Is that what the score was? Yeah. Okay, I'll take your word for it. I was
6.
looking back at my sheets. So if that gives you a little comparison, Lawrence fell to Shawnee Mission South after leading most of the game 30-24. Olathe West, all of a sudden 2-0, they trounced Truman 68-0. And it was Olathe East over Shawnee Mission West 28-23. The Vikings, Shawnee Mission West, remain unwinnable. So far, they are 0-6, and we will have them as the final home game next week at Gardner. So on the standings, Gardner, Lawrence Free State at 6-0, Shawnee Mission East at 5-1, Shawnee Mission Northwest, Shawnee Mission South, Olathe North, those are 4-2, Olathe South 3-3, Olathe East, Olathe West, and Shawnee Mission North at 2-4. Lawrence, Olathe Northwest at 1-5, and Shawnee Mission West at 0-6. Games going on this week. Once again here at Olathe North, it is the Blazers and the Cougars of Shawnee Mission Northwest.
That's Shawnee Mission North.
That's what I said. At Shawnee Mission North, playing North.
You said Olathe North.
I'm not surprised. too many directional schools. Anyway, the game that everyone's really going to be watching: Lawrence Free State and Shawnee Mission East.
That's going to be a good one.
That's going to be a game, I believe. And Shawnee Mission East is at home, so that game may be at Shawnee Mission South. Shawnee Mission South on the road to take on Olathe Northwest. Olathe North taking on Lawrence. Olathe West taking on Olathe South. Pittsburgh is coming to town to take on Olathe East, and Shawnee Mission North is playing Shawnee Mission West. So there's your look around the EKL or the Sunflower League. I knew I was going to do that at some point. Top 25 on A10 Varsity Sports. Chad Rader does a great job with that. The top 13 remain the same. Rockers, St. Thomas, Bishop Miege, Staley, Lawrence Free State, Lee Summit West, Blue Springs, Kansas City North. Is it Kansas City North or North Kansas City?
North Kansas City.
North Kansas City is what I thought. I've got KCN. I don't know why I did that. Kearney, Gardner, Shawnee Mission East, Park Hill, and Platte County. The big movers was, let's see, where did I have it? The biggest drop was Olathe North dropping from 14 to 16. Or I'll take that back. Actually, yeah, 14 to 16. That was the biggest drop. The biggest drop, was Liberty, who lost to Lee Summit West. They dropped from 19 to 24. Teams that are now back in the top 25 is Blue Valley North, Mill Valley, and Baser Linwood. The ones that dropped out is DeSoto, Lee Summit, and Shawnee Mission Northwest. So that's your look around the Sunflower League. Real quick, the one thing, and kind of talk a little bit about what Coach Cornellson's been doing with the team this week. He's really emphasizing you have to stay within yourself. You can't allow yourself – every team, that big O in the loss column, that's a big target.
Yeah.
Anyone would love to take a pin and just pop that bubble. Just, get rid of that big circle. That's nothing but a target on your back, and you're going to get the best of every team that's out there. The Blazers have found that out before in 2010 when they went to Blue Valley, and I think the Tigers probably played that game harder than they did when they lost to Gardner at home 48-20 or 42-21. So, the school has been in that situation before, but this group of kids are really starting, transforming from the first week of, hey, we beat Shawnee Mission East. This is going to be easy. This is going to be no problem. You take a look at their practice, they were getting a little lax. They were getting a little cockiness in them, and you need to have cockiness, but you need to have it with confidence. There's that line that you have. And what he's really installing into their head is you have to stay within yourself. You have to expect teams to come at you. You have to expect teams to trash talk you. You have to expect teams to do whatever they can to get you out of your head, get you out of the game, and possibly get you kicked out of the game. You get kicked out of the game, you're gone for 2 weeks, and that leaks into the playoffs. You cannot have that happen. You have to stay disciplined.
Yeah, and that's the whole mindset really with undefeated teams is you've got to take it one game at a time. From now on, it's basically every game's a playoff game. And
without a doubt.
You've got to play 100%. You cannot, like you said, you cannot let the other team get in your head because, especially next week with Shawnee Mission West coming in, they're 0-6 right now. They're going to play by far probably their hardest game of the year. And what they're going to try and do is they're going to get in your head, they're going to trash talk you, and they're going to try and get you kicked out of the game.
Oh, yeah,
so
without doubt.
They can screw up your whole season.
Well, and the other thing is that, you get a team like, and, okay, let me turn it this way. Every team gets into the playoffs, but your seeding is important.
Yeah.
Okay, Shawnee Mission Northwest, they're not happy. They just gave Olathe Northwest their first win. The last thing you want to do is give a team their first win and be at their expense.
Yeah.
Or at your expense. Now you're going from a team that you gave them their first win, playing a team trying to give them their first loss.
Yeah, and that's Shawnee Mission Northwest is going to come out today ticked off. They're going to come out.
If I'm the coach and my team does not have a chip on the shoulder, I'm not happy.
Yeah, I wouldn't be either. And, always letting a team get their team the first win of the season, that's that's never good. And I experienced that in high school whenever we let a team called Harrington get their first win in 3 years at our expense on 2 trick plays. But it's one of those. Shawnee Mission Northwest is going to come out, and I'm going to think it's going to be one of the more physical games this year just because of what's on the line, you know. Shawnee Mission Northwest, they just gave Olathe Northwest their first win of the season. They're going to try and come in and give Gardner their first loss, and so it's going to be a very physical battle, and I'm hoping to see Gardner just keep their heads down and just pound the ball, and put up, you know, what they've been doing all year, which is 40-plus points.
Play your game and do what you're supposed to and take care of your own business.
Exactly.
Real quick, want to say a huge hello to everyone at Planet Sub as Dan Weiss has the game on the screen. So hi, everyone, to Planet Sub. And, Dan, I would really appreciate a Planet Sub here about now. Those things are, like, massively, unbelievably tasty, fantastically. The meatballs are chicken parmesan. I mean, the cookies. I mean, can you get any better? No. I'll just answer that for you. You can't do it. So a huge hello to everyone over at Planet Sub watching the game there and the staff there at Planet Sub. Also want to remind everyone this video coverage, HD and 720, is brought to you by Capes Whole Homes Heating and Cooling and American Computers. Between those two, they are the reasons why we are able to bring you 720 high definition. Next week, we may have 1080.
Really?
There's a possibility. Warren said he has a camera that has 1080 capability, has the same plug-in I have on this one. Who knows? We'll give it a shot. We'll give the 1080 a shot. That would be cool.
Yeah, that would.
So,
I'd like that.
Oh, my. I mean, this is good enough the way it is, but, yeah, just to step it up, it'd be great. So make sure you give Sean Capes at Capes Whole Homes Heating and Cooling. I mean, winter's coming up, people. He's got a great special, $59 for just the simple checkup. You know, you spend that much, you know, some people spend that much on an oil change. You need to do that one time, at least one time a year, for your furnace, your central air unit, make sure everything's ready to go, because I'm telling you now, the way this temperature is dropping and dipping and everything, I am not going to be surprised. We haven't had snow basically the last 5 years. We had mostly ice last year. If we don't have an accumulation of about 10 inches this year, I'm going to be surprised.
Yeah.
It's.
I'm hoping we don't, actually.
That pendulum is going to be swinging back.
Yeah.
So, you know, give Sean Capes a call. Tell him, say, hey, I just need the $59 deal to check up on everything, make sure everything's ready to go. And I'll tell you what, Sean can probably outprice, a majority of the time, he can outprice the big guys, get the service done, and get the service done cheaper.
Yeah.
So you're not going to beat that. So anyway, huge thanks to Sean Capes for jumping on. American Computers for getting the custom-built computer going so we can get all this done. Also, we have Trails West Ace Hardware and Feed for the pregame with a look around the Sunflower League. And I'm trying to look at I don't have my glasses on. You know what? We'll go and we'll jump into the McCarthy Auto Group pregame show early, and we'll have the words with Coach Cornellson as we take a look at the Blazers getting set to try to go 7-0 at the expense of Shawnee Mission Northwest Cougars as they are 4-2. It's the McCarthy Auto Group pregame show, and we're going to take a timeout. Be back with the words of Coach Cornellson coming up in a couple minutes on the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Hey, Gardner Edgerton fans! The McCarthy Auto Group is a proud supporter of youth sports across the Blazer Nation.
If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle, or you need service or body work done, we hope you'll visit one of the 11 McCarthy Auto Group locations. Visit kccars.com for over 3,000 new, certified, and pre-owned vehicles. Our inventory covers most every make and model and prices to fit every budget. The McCarthy Auto Group, with locations in Olathe and Overland Park, Kansas, and Blue Springs and Sedalia, Missouri.
Go Trailblazers!
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Junior's Detail and Plasti Dip. When your car looks good, you feel good. See how good you can feel today. Junior's Detail and Plasti Dip. 620-1253.
Planet Sub, where you can receive $6 credit on your next order after every $50 spent. Planet Sub, 921 East Lincoln Lane in Gardner.
Capes Whole Homes Heating and Air Conditioning, proudly serving Blazer fans in Gardner and surrounding areas. Call Capes Whole Homes Heating and Air Conditioning at 1647.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
When you're Kansas City born and raised, you know just how much meat matters. That's why Price Chopper employs real butchers. They're hard at work every day in every store, so you never have to settle for something prepackaged out of state. They're so sure you'll love their KC Pride beef, they even back it with a 200% guarantee. Stop by Price Chopper tonight, where they cut meat, never corners. Price Chopper, Kansas City born and raised.
It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare young people in Kansas for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think again. Better yet, think about attending a high school sporting event in your community. You'll be amazed by what you see. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Kansas Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Talking with Coach Cornellson on the McCarthy Auto Group pregame show. Blazers coming off a 48-20 win homecoming night against Shawnee Mission North, and I think everything worked pretty well. You know, we were talking about still not sure what the weather was going to be like, still had the rain. Cleared up nice, had a beautiful night, had a great game, and on homecoming night it turned out pretty nice.
Yeah, you know, I thought our kids played well, and they had some really talented kids and some talented skill positions, so trying to figure out how to manage that and get those guys locked up was not an easy task, and I thought our defensive guys did well. Offensively, I mean, obviously we hit some big gains, you know, some big plays. Probably the first time in this season that we turned the ball over that much, so I don't know what went on there, but we got to get that cleaned up, and that's just not our style. That's, you know, we just don't turn the ball over, and so we got to make sure we figure that out and get better at that this week.
North did a nice job with Conaway, their wideout. I mean, the guy's built, he's got speed, and you could literally tell he's wearing that number one because he's the number one threat that they have on the team.
Yeah, he's quite an athlete, quite a player, and obviously when he got in space or got anywhere, he was tough to stop. He's not only a good athlete, but he's big and strong, so sometimes he was tough to tackle. So, you know, but that's good for us. We got to see those kind of players and learn how to play with those kind of guys on the field. And I thought our kids, you know, they weren't intimidated. They played hard. He made some plays, but I thought we did a pretty good job.
And we've seen what this offense does on. I think the more telling on it was Jennings' touchdown run. About, I can't remember, like 38, 40 yards. And all it was just a quick hit off right tackle, and boom, he got through the. I mean, they brought the second wave so close. It was nothing for him to get past that and get in for the touchdown easy.
Yeah, you know, it's just kind of the style that we are this year, and you know, that changes year to year with the personnel you got, and you know, it's very basic at this point based on being year one, but you know, we just kind of look for what the defense has given us, and it doesn't matter if that's quarterback, fullback, tailback, Z-back, whatever they give us is what we're going to take, and we're going to keep taking it. And so it's kind of what we did, and I felt good that our kids understand that now, and they understand how that works, and they can figure out, hey, this week that play worked, and then next week it's a completely different system or different play that works. So they're starting to understand how it looks, and so it's exciting.
We'd be remiss if we didn't mention Peyton Vance's interception. I mean, that was just, not only the interception was awesome, but the reception he got coming off the field was pretty nice too.
Yeah, man, what a great kid, and you know, you love it when a kid like that works hard and you know, kind of has a thankless job in the middle, trying to hold up double teams all year long, gets a chance to make a big play on homecoming on his senior year. So, you know, you can't write it any better than that for a kid like him.
We'll be back with more of the coach right after this.
Hey, Blazers fans! The McCarthy Auto Group is proud to support Gardner Edgerton Sports. Remember, when you're in an accident, after you call 911, make your next call 800-NEW-AGAIN for one of the 5 conveniently located McCarthy Collision Centers. Call or click 800-NEW-AGAIN for the McCarthy Collision Centers. For award-winning service performed by certified technicians with decades of experience, call or click 800-NEW-AGAIN. The McCarthy Collision Centers. Satisfying customers is no accident. It's our guarantee.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Capes Whole Homes Heating and Air Conditioning. Contact Sean for any home indoor air quality products that you might need or be interested in. Capes Whole Homes Heating and Air Conditioning. 638-1647.
American Computers, your one-stop shop for all of your computer needs. Stop in and see what all they have in stock. American Computers, 325 North Moonlight in Gardner, across the street from Trails West Ace Hardware.
Blazers Restaurant, serving Gardner's best burgers made fresh every day since 1976. Blazers Restaurant, 131 North Center in Gardner.
These are some of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
To sell meat in the barbecue capital of America, you've got to be on your game. That's why Price Chopper employs real butchers in all their stores. And they back their KC Pride beef with a 200% guarantee. If you're not fully satisfied, they'll give you a replacement and your money back. So when you want the tastiest, juiciest steak in town, look no further than your Price Chopper meat department. Price Chopper, Kansas City born and raised.
This may sound like a typical high school basketball game being played on a Friday night in Kansas. In fact, it's a crash course in cooperation and teamwork. It's a test of dedication, determination, and drive. It's character development in action. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think about this. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students who participate in school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. At the same time, playing sports helps teach lessons not covered in the classroom. Lessons like tolerance, respect for the rules, and the importance of supporting your community. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Kansas Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Back with Coach Cornellson on the McCarthy Auto Group pregame show. Blazers getting set to take on the 4-2 Cougars of Shawnee Mission Northwest here at Shawnee Mission North, and this is probably going to be one of the more physical games and probably one of the more mental games that you guys will have to take on. As you mentioned to the kids numerous times, they're going to get the best shot from everyone that they have, and they just have to stay within themselves.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I mean, and it's exciting, but I told our kids when you're undefeated and you're starting to get rankings and you're starting to get people's attention, that also means you get the attention of the opponents, and everybody's going to give you their best shot, and everybody wants to take you out and beat you. So, this week's no different than any other week. It's going to be a team that's going to be looking to try to knock us, off the undefeated list or whatever. So, and they're really good. So we got to be ready to play.
Taking a look at the A-10 varsity top 25, basically everything looks like it's settled. And I only bring that up in the sense that the cream is rising up to the top. The ones that are in the top 10, top 15 are pretty much winning the games they're supposed to. There's not a whole lot of juggling. Is this a time where you really start to know where you're at and what you need to look for coming up with the playoffs?
I mean, honestly, I look at it, and I know it sounds cliche, but basically one game at a time. And we're not by anywhere close to as good as I think we can be. I think we're still improving, and so I tell our kids, hey, we're still in grind mode. We're still trying to get better. We're not in playoff mode or at the end of the year when we're just trying to coast and make sure we have our fits. We're still trying to get better. So if you take that approach and the kids believe it and you're trying to get better each and every week, I think you got a chance to keep getting better through this stretch. And the teams that do that continue to improve are the teams that are winning in the last few weeks.
Last two times the Blazers have been to Shawnee Mission North High School, they've had close games with Shawnee Mission East. Do you believe in anything about the surroundings or coming back someplace that maybe a team feels like there may be a demon or something, or do you just kind of look at it with a different outlook like, hey, we're still going to have to do the same thing regardless of what happened in the past.
Yeah, I don't get too caught up in where we play, whether it's home or away. I mean, obviously you like the home games because it's exciting for the kids and the crowd and the environment. But once the whistle blows, man, it's a football field and it doesn't truly matter. It's just 11 on 11 and you got to go play the game. So I don't get too worried about where we play or who we're playing. I'm just trying to make sure we play well. I think our kids believe in that system and believe in that plan.
Shawnee Mission Northwest, a team that likes to bring almost anything different that you've never seen before. Being a short week, how difficult has that been to be able to get the kids prepared for that?
It's no doubt it's tough, and the fact that they run a lot of formations. They run, I think we counted over 35 screens to date. They run. We've counted. I can't even tell you how many pass routes we've drawn up to what they've done. So they are as spread and as wide open as you can be. They're liable to throw it 95% of the time. Last week they did, and then defensively they play extremely hard. They come flying around. So it's a tough matchup on a short week, but it's a tough matchup any week just because of what they do and the style of play they play.
Coming up with 2 weeks up to the playoffs, and we've kind of talked about what it may look like and everything. The kids still have to get that drive. It has being that only undefeated team on the eastern side. Have you seen a little bit of driving the kids in practice on wanting to stay up top there?
Yeah, I think they're excited. I mean, for the first time they're with this group, they're on the other end of it, and they've been on the losing end, and so I think it's exciting to them. And first time a lot of them have looked on there and been able to pull up something and see that they're ranked and see that their names are on some lists and different things. So it's been fun for me to watch them to get to notice those things. But I tell the kids, truly it doesn't matter. I mean, it really doesn't. We're worried about playing well the next game as a team, and they get that. But I do think it's been fun for them to at least see some positive things.
Well, good luck tonight. Let's go get win number 7.
Thank you.
Stick around. Coming up next, the starting lineup and the kickoff right after this on the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Hey, Gardner Edgerton fans! The McCarthy Auto Group is a proud supporter of youth sports across the Blazer Nation.
If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle, or you need service or body work done, we hope you'll visit one of the 11 McCarthy Auto Group locations.
Visit kccars.com for over 2,000 new, certified, and pre-owned vehicles. We've got most every make and model and prices to fit every budget.
The McCarthy Auto Group, with locations in Olathe and Overland Park, Kansas, and Blue Springs and Sedalia, Missouri.
Go Trailblazers!
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Trails West Ace Hardware and Feed and Arbor Creek Ace Hardware. No need to drive all over the place for the best tools. Ace is the place and the new home for Craftsman tools. Trails West Ace Hardware and Feed, 240 North Moonlight in Gardner, and Arbor Creek Ace Hardware, 159th and Muir Lynn in Olathe.
Blazers Restaurant. Don and Wally have been proud supporters of Blazer Athletics for 15 years, so it only makes sense they own Blazers. Stop in and tell them thanks for their support. Blazers Restaurant, 131 North Center in Gardner.
Planet Sub. Sign up for their P-Sub Club, where you can get updates on debuting menu items, specials, exclusive coupons, and a free sub on your birthday. Planet Sub, 921 East Lincoln Lane in Gardner.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Amazing barbecue. The Kansas City Strip. If there's one thing this town knows, it's meat. That's why Price Chopper Butchers take the time to cut meat fresh in-store daily. None of that prepackaged stuff shipped from out of state. It's also why Price Chopper backs all their KC Pride beef with a 200% guarantee. If you don't love it, you'll get a replacement and your money back. No questions asked. Price Chopper, Kansas City.
Wow. Girl has lungs. Nice job on the national anthem. And nice touch with the crowd joining in with a little bit of the technical difficulties. Ryan Regland with you. Ian Jones alongside of the McCarthy Auto Group broadcast booth. The 6-0 Blazers taking on the 4-2 Cougars of Northwest. And this is, I believe, the first time that these two teams have met. But as we said, and you just heard Coach Cornellson talk about, this group is really starting to find themselves, and like he said, 6-0, he still thinks this team can get better. They have a tough team here. They'll have a team that's going to be probably fighting for their first win in Shawnee Mission West if they don't come up with a win tomorrow night against Shawnee Mission North. So, you know, you still got two teams that are going to be looking after you, trying to put that big old donut hole. 2 each. Oh, man. Hey, you didn't put mustard on this one, so that's okay. Ian Jones, he goes, you know, those hot dogs are pretty good. I said, yeah, go get some more. But anyway, Ian Jones joining me back here. And you know, Coach Cornellson just made the comment on the McCarthy Auto Group pregame show. This team can actually be better. This team has a lot of room for improvement. And this is already actually, you know, after you've already had two major hits with Baylor Maxwell being injured and Tevin Eubank being injured, and you've lost them for the year. But this team can still be better. If he can get these guys to start peaking in a couple weeks, that's just what Bill Self does with KU. He gets the guys tournament ready. Oh, don't he? No. Hey, don't even go there, dude. You live in Lawrence.
No, I don't. I live in Pomona.
Oh, Pomona. That's close. Well,
yeah, it's close enough.
Close enough.
Too close for me.
Yeah, but still, it's trying to get that, you know, get tournament ready. These guys start peaking a little bit as they head into the playoffs. They can make some serious dents. You know, if they go in with the win tonight and a win Friday, being undefeated, that's already a big enough note going into the playoffs.
Yeah, and you're more than likely the first team you're going to play is, I believe, Turner. You're going to play Turner, and you just saw Latha West put almost 70 points on them.
Also, you have Blue Valley Northwest that hasn't won a game either.
Yeah, and Shawnee Mission West. But the key here, like, honestly, it's special teams. Special teams are what really need to get fixed because that was a problem earlier in the year, and I feel you can fine-tune that some more. That'll help out, especially come playoff time where you have those super close games, which the only super close game, the only two games that they've played close this year are Shawnee Mission East and Olathe East. And, right, those special teams matter in those games, in those super close games. And that's the stuff they need to fine-tune. You know, obviously some defensive breakdowns here and there, but if they can keep this offense rolling, they're going to be set.
We're gonna try to do this with the lights off. I realize if we have the lights on in our press box that the light kind of glares, but I got to see what I'm writing down too. Will the Thrill McIntyre is with his son Jordan, who is celebrating his 21st birthday. Happy birthday, Jordan! So, do you remember your 21st birthday?
Yeah, I had to work on it.
We
got off work early, and then my mom took me to Applebee's.
After that, I have no idea. Thanks, Mom. Yeah. Thanks, Dad. As the Blazers are coming out of their locker room, and Northwest has their Cougar tunnel over here on the left. Real quick, we're going to take a look at the starting lineups, and I think we're going to. I don't know. We went with defense last week. I really don't want to break the cycle, but 48 points kind of leads you to get some recognition on the starting lineup. So we're going to do the starters tonight. On the front line, your center is going to be number 74, Sean Walders. Your other linemen are going to be Noah Short, Taylor Warner. Gage Gully is going to be on the tight end. You're going to have Jake Stewart and Andrew Adams. On the front line, you're going to have Jacob Hunsberger.
Will's on his way.
Will is on his way. We'll be waiting for you, Will.
Me down.
Huh?
You gonna move me down there?
Nah, we'll just leave it up here. We don't have anyone down there. Will's actually on his way here, and I just have it set up. We're gonna go without the coin flip and the sideline interviews tonight, just because of being shorthanded, but also a Thursday game. Everyone's gonna want to get in and out, and we're just gonna kind of we're gonna generic tonight. Anyway, rest of the starting lineup. Fullback's gonna be Jacob Hunsberger. Your ends are going to be Luke Jennings and A.J. Rodriguez. And your quarterback is going to be Tevin McKelvey. Your wideout is going to be Brody Marshall. So that's your starting lineup on the offensive side. These guys put up 48 points last week. Let's see. They have gone – let's see. They've gone 28, 48, 33, 26, their lowest output of the year, 35 and 48. So yeah, they're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Just kind of keep that ball rolling and
ball rolling. Like we said in the pregame, it's every game is a playoff game now, and your season's 0. You're 0-0 right now, and then when you win tonight, it's 1-0. Next week starts back over.
Real quick, some people have asked on the who's all in our, quote, district. It's not really a district. It's the east half and the west half. It is Gardner, Harmon, Wyandotte, Olathe East, North, Northwest, and South. Blue Valley North, Northwest, West. Shawnee Mission East, North, Northwest, South, and West. You got that?
Wow.
There will be a quiz after the broadcast, so let's mark that down.
All
this is kind of good.
Yeah.
Actually, put it up on their videogram or their video board.
They're having it as a purge. This is great. This is awesome, I will say.
That is beautiful. Props.
Purge same. That
means anything goes.
Yeah.
Hey.
Anything goes. All right then.
That's what you got to do. Go down here and take a look at their entry here for the for Northwest Cougars. You can see they have some fun with it. There they go. Nice. I like the dry ice coming out of the side, just like the Blazers have the dry ice coming out of the helmet. But yeah, that's a nice way. And and I remember talking to Junior, the first time he got to run out of the tunnel when even though he wasn't varsity, he goes, Dad, it is something else walking through that tunnel and you got that smoke and you see the crowd and everything. So yeah, it's a pretty nice deal. I think the keys are pretty simple for the Blazers. Stay within your head, play your game, make your adjustments. If you hear some talking, and it goes for the next two games. And real quick, coming out for the Blazers, looks like it's Marshall. You got Robinson. Let's see. Also, I see 53, and I keep thinking someone else.
Yeah.
That is Andrews, and also Corbin Moore, as Andrews runs both sides. Blazers have won the toss. They have deferred to the second half, and it looks like Shawnee Mission Northwest is going to kick off. Oh, they're going to.
They're receiving.
That didn't make any sense.
If we defer, that means we're kicking off.
Well, yeah, but he waved off, so I thought that meant they were deferring, and Northwest was going to be receiving. Anyway, but it still comes down to the same thing. Play within yourself. Play your game. Don't let anyone get into your head. You've got 10 other teammates there. You guys stick together, take care of each other. If someone gets out of line, hey, pull them out, remind them this is business. This is we're this close to getting to a point that we dreamed for. Just stay on the road.
Yeah, key offensively, like you said, it's keep the ball rolling, keep doing what you're doing. You're successful at the run game, keep doing it. You're defensively, you got to be sound. Obviously, this offense is going to come out ticked off because they just gave Olathe Northwest their first win of the season. Their defense is going to get ticked off. Special teams have got to be on point tonight. You can't have any, blocked punts, missed extra points, bad snaps. It's got to be. This is a business trip, and everything's got to be perfect.
Isaac Deere wants to know, Chiefs or Patriots on Sunday?
Chiefs. That's my buddy Isaac.
Duh. All right, Ian Jones is going to be working the camera and the graphics, so he's pulling the double duty. It's triple duty. 6-0 Blazers, the 4-2 Cougars. Coming back to the near side at the 20-yard line, trying to break the tackle, stood up and then face down. Nice job. I'm going to have to rip their sheet out of there. They've got a nice roster that's in their program, and I'm going to have to rip that bad boy out because that thing is going to get all messed up. But these things are nice.
It's the second school we've been to that's had that nice of programs.
Olathe Northwest was really nice too. So 1st and 10 for the Cougars from the 20-yard line. Handoff up the middle.
Number 27, Jamie Alexander on the carry.
I'm trying to get all my papers situated here so I can find out who everybody is. Jamie Alexander on the carry.
Oh, gosh.
What did you do?
That.
Oh, don't do that. Clock still running at 11:15. That takes forever. The play clock is down to 3, 2, 1. That's a delay of game. Yep. You've got to get the. Oh, we're going to get a timeout called. As it looks like the coach is already talking to. Yep, they're going to get a delay of game. That's kind of surprising. As Bo Black had a little word with the umpire on this side. So backing up. 2nd and 9, out of the gun. Quick pass to the near side on a slant. Tackle is made by Colton Cassida. Quick slant pass was completed to Ty Lindemann. So they got about half the yardage on that, so make it 2nd and 5.
Third
and 5, excuse me.
Oh, goodness.
Man in motion, handoff up the middle on the zone read. On the option read, and nothing there. A host of white shirts all over the Cougars, and it's going to be 3 and out. So it's going to be a punt for the Cougars. Standing back for the Blazers is going to be Drew Cassida.
That was a good first defensive possession by the Blazers right there, and it's always great to have a team start out with 3 and out, especially getting a delay game call on the second play of the drive.
Drew standing on his 41-yard line. Low line drive kick, and he's going to stay away from it. You can already tell what the Cougars are going to do.
They're going to try and catch the special teams off guard because they saw earlier in the year, the drop returns and the muff punts and
that and they're just going to keep the ball away, and they're not even going to. They're going to do everything they can to not even allow any kind of return.
Yeah.
So 1st and 10 for the Blazers. Hi, guys. Thanks for the broadcast again tonight. Cora and Jackson from Moonlight Elementary want to say go Taylor Warner. That's from Nicole Cardwell. Thanks for that. Drop us a message on the chat room. Hunsberger bounces it to the outside, gets a good block from Brody Marshall, gets across midline up to the 45. They're going to mark him down at the 44-yard line. The crowd on this side is very silent.
Yeah,
They're not saying a whole lot.
It's weird, especially for, it being senior night. These students are not loud at all, and I'm surprised. From big schools, this is really shocking.
1st and 10, Hunsberger Jennings up the middle, but we're going to have a flag on the play. We're going to have offsides. And looks like it's going to be against the Blazers. So back that up 5 yards. No, actually how can you encroachment, but he gave the offside signal, didn't he?
Yeah.
I
think they're the same call.
But
they're
encroachment, I guess encroachment in high school, they do call it dead, but. Okay, so it was against Northwest, so it's going to be an extra 5 yards. McKelvey's going to keep it himself. First down, lowers his shoulder across the 30-yard line, across the 25.
He trucked that defender. The NFL just fined Kareem Hunt for doing that exact same thing.
And how do you do that? How do you find a running back?
For trucking somebody because he initiated contact with his head, which is the stupidest rule ever.
Well, that's like in remember the Titans, the one coach wanted the flag thrown against a court for Sunshine for unnecessary roughness. He goes, on the quarterback? Are you kidding me? Handoff out the middle. Hunsberger fights up ahead to the 15. Make it 2nd and 2. Clock running at 8:05. Blazers started this drive on the 36-yard line. And the one thing I like about this offense, man, it sure keeps that clock running.
Yeah, and
especially when you have to work in the morning.
It's an old-fashioned high school game where you just ground and pound.
2nd and 2. Handoff to Jensen near side. Drags one Cougar with him, but that's gonna be close. Make it 3rd and 1 on the mark. I thought maybe he might have bounced that one out a little bit.
Yeah, that hole just wasn't there, and he didn't have enough, no blockers.
Cora and Jackson just screamed hearing their names. That's awesome. That's goodness. We love stuff like that. Handoff up the middle. It's going to be another first down. Blazers just working like a machine. If anyone knows Dave Webb, used to help on the broadcast, I sent him a picture of the pinkish hair. Oh, yes, and if you missed it during the pregame.
Oh, just wait.
During the halftime, we will show the hair again. I did. If you missed it on the Facebook page, there's pictures on there. The live post. Yep, I colored it.
It is amazing.
McKelvey's going to keep it himself, cuts it back inside, fights a tackle. Leans up ahead. They're going to mark him down at the 7. Make that 2nd and 5. Clock running at 6:30. Yeah, drop us a line on the YouTube chat, and we'll give it a shout out. We'd love to know where you're listening from. It doesn't matter if you're in town or out of town. Just let us know where you're listening from. We'll give you a shout out.
I've got my grandpa. I think he's watching in from Osage Beach, Missouri right now.
Osage Beach?
Yep, Lake of the Ozarks.
Oh, that's a beautiful area down there.
Oh, yeah. They have a beautiful house right on the lake.
Might want to tell Grandpa I might want to borrow that sometime. 3 yards short, make it 3rd and 3. As the Blazers right now really aren't doing anything fancy, anything special. They're just matching up blocks.
Now they start getting loud.
Yep, they're going to need to. McKelvey with a handoff to Jennings. Smashes up ahead. He's going to be close to a first down. And looks like he's going to be down at the 1. It's going to be 1st and goal for the Blazers. Clock continues to run. They started the ball at 9:28 on the 36-yard line, and they've already taken 4 minutes off the clock. And that's just what this offense does.
Efficiency.
Ball control.
Ball control and efficiency. There's no turnovers, Like
there shouldn't be.
No. It's an old-fashioned high school game. It's ground and pound. You're going to run that clock out. And
so 1st and goal. Hand off to Hunsberger out the middle. He's in for a touchdown, Blazers.
that was just a simple fullback dive right there, and easy 6 points on the board for the Blazers.
Hunsberger with the touchdown. Blazers take a 6-0 lead. Clock stopped at 4:58. Not sure what we're waiting for an extra man to come on the field. You got to know when you're on the field, especially for special teams.
Yes, sir.
Left-footed boot is up and good by Calvin. The Blazers take a 7-0 lead. We're going to take a timeout, be back with a kickoff after this on the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Junior's Detail and Plasti Dip. When your car looks good, you feel good. See how good you can feel today. Junior's Detail and Plasti Dip. 620-1253.
Humphreys Family Dentistry. For the best in general dentistry, Humphreys Family Dentistry will give you the smile you've always wanted. Make your appointment by calling 856-2333. That's 856-2333.
The Design Company Salon. Check them out on Facebook, and while you're there, you can book your appointment at the same time. The Design Company Salon, 136 East Main in Gardner.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
More than 7.7 million American teenagers participate in high school sports every year, including about 103,000 here in Kansas. They're all learning essential life lessons, like the importance of hard work, time management, and self-discipline. Skills that are helping them become better leaders and more active, responsible citizens. This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Kansas Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Jake McClure with the kickoff. Taken at the 9-yard line across the 25 and then brought down.
Charles Brockman, number 1 on the return.
Charles Brockman, as you heard, with the carry. And let's see where they're going to mark him down at the 27. Blazers ended up taking about 5.5 minutes off the clock. Or check that. 2's 5, 4.5. Yep, 4.5 minutes. Starting at 36-yard line, Hunsberger with a 1-yard touchdown run. And that is his 5th touchdown of the year. Clock at 4:51. Screen pass to the outside. And I'll tell you what, that reminds me, if they do this, now Coach Cornellson didn't know if they would, but this is a play that he said Northwest likes to do. What happens is the quarterback, they'll have the receiver do like 5 steps back, okay?
Right.
And when he throws it down at the ground backwards toward the receiver. Well, the receiver, pass complete, and it's going to be a first down across the 40-yard line. But what Northwest will do is they will have the receiver kind of yell like, come on, throw the ball better than that, something like that to throw the defense off, the corners off when it's a backward pass. And then all of a sudden, when everyone relaxes, the receiver takes off because the ball's still live.
Huh.
So that was a play they were working on.
That's risky.
Yeah. But they still have the option to pass if they want to. Statue of Liberty back to, oh, that's going to be a flag. I'm pretty sure he didn't mean to horse collar him. But Davian Johnson just took it hard. And I believe that was Ty Lindemann. Did he get up?
Yeah, he got up. He laid on the ground for a couple seconds and then got up.
That was a unfortunate. I'm pretty sure that was not an intentional horse collar.
No, it wasn't, but things happen and you're going to get called for that, intentional or not. And
you're going to get a fine in the NFL.
Yeah,
for
you're going to
that.
get a fine. And you're going to get ejected in the NFL for that.
Be lucky you're just in high school.
Yeah.
But good thing Lindemann got up and he's okay because, man, that kind of pulled him around real quick. So on to personal foul. They get the ball at the 40-yard line for the Blazers, or of the Blazers. Single back set, trips up high. Back to pass up the middle, incomplete. Ty Black with the pass.
Guess who's here?
Will the throw? McIntyre shows up in the house. You know what, dude? Sit back, relax, and enjoy the game. Don't even worry about stats. Jordan, have a good birthday? Yeah. Chili's. Hey, 21st birthday, I am not choosing Chili's. That's all I got to say about that. Well, of course.
Go to Applebee's, dollar drinks.
4:09 on the clock, back to pass. Pass completed. Across the 30 for a first down, across the 20 and the 15. Out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Nice job by Lindemann. He faked his turn to the inside, got it to the outside, still broke a couple tackles. And Ty Black had a nice throw.
No, that's fine.
And Black just kind of sat down right in the flat spot.
That's fine.
What are you complaining about?
I said I still owe him for the drink he got me at Sonic.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
Trust me. I know, but trust me, I took care of that today.
Yeah. Fed the college kid.
So 1st and 10. Pass on the near side out in the flat, complete. Across the 5-yard line. Cassido with the tackle. And I'll tell you, it's hard. That might be Lindemann again. It's hard to see. If you can zoom in on the uniforms, what makes it hard to see is that their black numbers lined in orange on black jerseys. That makes it hard to see exactly who's who unless you're 10 feet away. But 2nd and 8. Pass complete on the slant and touchdown for the Cougars. 3:25 to go in the first quarter. I'm not sure who that was on the catch. I'm trying to zoom in to, looks like 11. Dale Talley the third, I believe.
Are there any Cougar fans out there?
What about the Blazer fans? Come on, man.
Yeah.
Equal opportunist here. I'm not, I can't say for sure because everyone's high-fiving everyone. But the left foot field goal is up and good. Score tied at 7 on the 2-yard touchdown pass. And score tied at 7. Our next broadcast is going to be next Monday. Where did I get Monday? Friday. As Shawnee Mission Northwest comes into town. See, Stormy Myers says, hi, let's win this Blazers shootout. To get my great nephew, number 15, Lane Meyer. That's our shout out. So we got that done. Chad Bowie. Luke Jameson's uncle, Chad, from Oceano, California. Sweet.
That's good.
Over there to CA country. Hey, real quick, I'll even ask him, and I don't know where it is. Chad, let me know if you have ever had a King Taco in Long Beach. Those things are amazing. I'll explain those here in a second to tell you how good those things are.
On that last drive by Shawnee Mission Northwest, it showed one of the weaknesses for the Blazers this year, and that's the pass defense.
Well, and it's the quick slants, too. They never went deep. They just kind of few slants, turned in the pocket, Castro with the return. And he's going to be thrown down at the 20-yard line. 3:19 to go in the first. Let's see. Just checking out, making sure everyone's got I've got the link set out for the games. Make sure you like it. Make sure you share it. Hey, let's get 200 again. I'm not going to do anything, but let's get 200 again on a Thursday night. That would be awesome.
See if the Blazers again on this drive, just another ground and pound drive and take up some more clock, eat up into the second quarter.
Handoff up the middle, not much there, maybe a yard on the play. Hunsberger with the carry. Ethan Weaver with the tackle. This is kind of cool. They actually have a spotter, and if you look at the scoreboard, they actually have a picture. Like on that one, they had a picture of the defensive player that made the tackle, a little isolated picture with a nice graphics in the back. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
We'll get one of those sometime.
Yeah, Gardner needs to step up their game.
We'll get one. We'll get one pretty soon. We're getting field tours in and everything. Jennings up the left side, leans up ahead, gets up to the 25-yard line. Make it third and 4. Clock running at 2:30. Hey, Will, do me a favor. Turn on the lights real quick. I want to see how it reflects off the camera. We've got the camera about as close as we can get. I want to see how it reflects real quick. Yeah, that's gonna be too much. I need to get some lights, like some desk lamps for situations like this. We'll work on that next time. McKelvey with the keeper, tries to bounce it outside and cut it back in, but he's thrown down. But he's thrown past the first down marker. Thank you very much for that. So another first down for the Blazers.
Good quarterback keeper right there by McKelvin. He got manhandled on that throwdown.
Well,
I will say that.
You could see he wanted to bounce it outside, and the end did a nice job trying to cut him back inside, and that's what his job is. Clock running at 1:50 here in the first. Hunsberger tries to go to the outside, and there was nothing there. He landed right in the hands of Ethan Weaver again. Because it looked like Hunsberger was supposed to go up gut, just right up the middle, and as soon as he got it, he bounced it off to the right, and Ethan Weaver was just right there.
And that was not good blocking right there by the Blazers, but it's second.
You want to do the keyboard?
Second down.
Probably should.
You want to? Yeah, you can. Off to the outside is Rodriguez. He gets a big block from Hunsberger, caught from behind across the 20-yard line. Have a flag on the play all the way back. Trying to see where it's at. They're waving back.
Play stopped by number 16.
Oh, it's all the way back at the 29-yard line. That's not going to go very well, losing a big gain like that.
No. And those are somewhat drive killers right there. You have a big run, and on a cold night like tonight, it takes the wind out of you a little bit more. And then that big run's negated by a holding call. So those are kind of drive killers, mood killers. I don't know how you'd put it.
Well, this is going to make it 3rd and 23.
Second 23.
Yeah, second 23, excuse me.
You want to run keyboard? All right.
Under a minute to go in the first.
Oh, yeah.
Here, we'll get it fixed. We'll get it fixed here on the break here. And we'll get 5 yards back. Let's do this real quick. Well, you take that over there. Take this. We can't move that over there. Here we go. We'll get this way. We're doing some rearranging real quick. There we go. Does that work good? If you need to, you can slide that camera over. Just slide the whole thing over. McKelvey to the outside, gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Driven out of bounds, stops the clock at 19 and a half seconds. Might have to move the camera here real quick. There you go. Sorry about that. Got the camera now we're back in order. There we go. So 3rd and 9. And what are we going to take a timeout? Coach Cornellson takes a timeout. I believe we'll take one too. 19 and a half seconds to go in the first quarter. Score tied at 7. We'll take a timeout. Be back right after this on the Blazer Broadcast Network.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Capes Whole Homes Heating and Air Conditioning. Give them a call for their $59 complete heating system inspection. Call Sean with Capes Whole Homes Heating and Air Conditioning, 638-1647.
American Computers. Never feel intimidated about going to a computer store. John and the boys are always happy to help you understand your computer better. And if something needs to be fixed, they will help you understand what's going on. American Computers, 325 North Moonlight.
Blazers Restaurant. After every Blazer football game, Blazers will be open till 11. So after a great game, stop in and get a great burger. Blazers Restaurant, 131 North Center in Gardner.
These are some of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
McKelvey back with a screen pass and tipped and intercepted. And that was supposed to be a screen pass, and it just didn't quite go right. And I can't tell who it is, but that might have been another Chris Jones interception, kind of like Peyton Vance. As that one just landed right in the hands off a tip drill. So Blazers defense, with 11 seconds left in the first.
And right there, it like you said, it was a screen pass, but he kind of did a Tim Tebow jump pass on that. It just went straight up in the air, tip drill, and the D lineman caught it. Now it's another offensive possession for the Cougars.
And I talked about it last week. Northwest can be a trap game. You can't take these guys lightly. And we're going to have a whistle on the play, blown dead. And we're going to have a delay game. Man, it takes them forever to get a play, and that's
right.
A second. Even their first play, they didn't even get a playoff, and they had a delay of game. So back it up. First and 15.
From the looks of it, it looks like their offense is
pass completed to Lindemann. Gets around to the outside, out of bounds. Don't do that. Golly, man, use your head.
This is exactly what we were talking about.
Man, you can't do that. That's the second time he has done that, and you cannot do that. And I'll tell you right now, the coaches are going to want him, the Northwest is going to want him thrown out of the game for his second personal foul, and that was literally totally uncalled for.
And that's a major key that we were talking about in the pregame show was what?
Stay within yourself.
Yeah, stay within yourself. Don't let them play mind games with you. They're going to play mind games because they're ticked off, and they're going to try to get you ticked off, and then they're going to make you commit stupid penalties like that. And it's not what the Blazers need, and right now these two personal fouls have been hurting them big time.
Yeah, that's just giving it to them. They already got the ball in the 23, and then they pretty much had a first down, and then you do another personal foul. Black with the pass to Lindemann, incomplete.
Are they going to call?
Pass intended for number 5, Tyler.
What are they calling here?
Yep, that's going to be at the end of the first quarter. Yep, that's going to be in the first quarter. We're going to take a timeout. 7-7's the score. Take a timeout. Be back with the second quarter on the Blazer Broadcast Network.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Planet Sub, where you can enjoy Coke products along with 250-foot-long Barely Pop for the big kids. Planet Sub, 921 East Lincoln Lane in Gardner.
Trails West Ace Hardware and Feed and Arbor Creek Ace Hardware. Don't forget on Wednesdays, senior citizens can get 10% off their purchase. Trails West Ace Hardware and Feed, 240 North Moonlight in Gardner, across the street from American Computers.
The Design Company Salon. New owners and the same great service, but with a new look. Go check them out, 136 East Main in Gardner.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
When you're Kansas City born and raised, you know just how much meat matters. That's why Price Chopper employs real butchers. They're hard at work every day in every store, so you never have to settle for something prepackaged out of state. They're so sure you'll love their KC Pride beef, they even back it with a 200% guarantee. Stop by Price Chopper tonight, where they cut meat, never corners. Price Chopper, Kansas City born and raised.
Now they're going to do one more play off time, and the pass is going to be incomplete, and now that's going to be the end. Well, okay, now it's going to be the end of the first quarter. Well, we'll go ahead and just leave it here with a score of 7-7. And, you know, we got a chopper up ahead. You can hear that bad boy.
Wow.
I'm not sure if he's headed to Gardner or not. Low flying, he could be. But, you know, offensively, they did exactly what they do. Defensively, they gave up the touchdowns, and the big keys were the quick slants, the little zone, the zone passes that were the receiver just kind of sets in the soft spots and made it easy. Ty Black, you know, he's already 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage, basically out of the shotgun. Makes it tough to get pressure on him, especially stuff like this is what we saw against Blue Valley North an awful lot, you know, and Northwest. You set the quarterback back. You really don't try to go deep. You know, as long as your receiver gets a nice spacing early, you know, it makes it tough to defend that pass play.
Yeah, and it's like we said earlier, like the biggest weakness for this Blazer defense is the passing game. They can't seem to defend the pass that well, and these quick slants are what you need to
Black back to pass out in the flat, out of bounds. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, that's the third time, and I'll go ahead and call him out. That's the third time David Johnson on that tackle, he threw him again almost when he was out of bounds. He's got to stop doing that. Yeah. I don't mean to call him out specifically, but he's already had 2 personal fouls. The refs are going to be looking at that. That makes it tougher not to call.
And he has a giant target on his back now.
Oh, he does.
And the Olathe Northwest or Shawnee Mission Northwest coaches, they've got to be saying, hey.
They're going to be chirping in the refs' ear.
They're going to be chirping to the refs, and then they're going to be telling their players, hey, make sure this guy tackles you because.
Yeah,
he's making boneheaded mistakes, and one more is probably going to cost him the game.
Yeah, and that's exactly what Coach Cornellson was talking about, you know, to the team. Says, you guys, you got to make sure you don't do that. That's exactly what the teams are going to try to do. They're going to try to get you out of your head. They're going to try to get you, frustrated. They're going to,
And this reminds me a lot of the last.
Pump fake. Ty Black gets brought down behind the line of scrimmage by Jonah May. And Jonah May came untouched on the blitz. And Black took one step back, looked to the right, and he had a big white jersey right in the middle of him.
Wow.
So that makes it 4th and 16. And they're going to go for the field goal. So this being on the 16, this would be a 33-yard field goal. And they don't even have a set yet. 5 seconds on the play clock. 3, 2, 1. Yep, just barely got it off.
Oh.
And it's going to be blocked. Just get on it. Lay down on the 15-yard line. Blazers with the block. So the 33-yard field goal attempt is no good.
And that was just a line drive. It had no error. I mean, you can't really do much when you have 2 seconds on the play clock. You can't really get a set or anything. And Good stop by the Blazers special teams just to kill that momentum, hold them to 0 points.
Yeah, they caught a big break there, plain and simple.
And defensively, this game is reminding me a lot of the last episode of Season 1 of Last Chance U, where East Mississippi comes in,
I only watched the one with Coffee or Independence.
Oh.
Exactly.
Last episode of Season 1, there's a huge fight that breaks out between East Mississippi and Mississippi Delta. And the entire game, before the game, the coaches were saying, hey,
don't do that.
Don't play to their game. They're going to get in your head. And
exactly. And what happened?
What happens, there's a brawl that breaks out, and East Mississippi gets banned from the playoffs that year.
Wow.
And it's little things like that that can turn a game into, just a physical game.
And I'll tell you what, if you haven't seen it, get on Netflix, Last Chance U.
Yep.
Season 4 at, is it 3?
3.
For Independence.
Coach Brown is hilarious.
Oh, my God.
They're doing awful this year.
I couldn't play for him at all. Hunsberger down at the 25, and I do believe that Doug Plank is playing there at Independence.
No idea.
I believe he is. I'll have to ask Uncle or Dad or something, but I do believe that is correct.
My buddy, one of the guys I went to high school with, he was there Coach Brown's first year.
Oh, by the way, hey, Wally, yes. Hi, Pinky. By the way, if you miss it during the pregame, we will turn the lights on, we will turn the camera around, and I will show you my pink hair from everyone watching last week. Play action, McKelvey with the stiff arm, trying to get around the corner, but can't do it. Brought down at the 17. And he's brought down by Isaac Freeman, or they're going to say Mark Arrington, linebacker, 5'9".
And what's weird is that the past few weeks it's been those outside runs that the Blazers have gotten a lot of gains here, and I guess Northwest scouted that.
Yeah, and part of it is it's the blocking scheme that leads to the inside that's supposed to draw. I believe it's supposed to draw some of them defenders in off that play action, and a lot of guys are getting smart and they're staying home. And we're gonna have a delay of game on the Blazers. I thought that was a quick 25.
Yeah.
So move it back 5 yards. Clock at 9:05 in the half. Low line drive. Takes a big Blazer bounce, picked up at the 48. Get around the far corner is Brockman. And he's going to be driven out of bounds about the neighborhood of the 35-yard line. And that's where they're going to mark it. So the Cougars have had the ball on their 20, their 27, then the Blazers 23 and Blazers 35 the last two possessions. And this isn't necessarily what you want. You want to keep that field as long as you can for Northwest. And right now they need to do something to try to get that field position flipped a little bit back into their advantage.
Yeah, and this defense that last drive held up well with the personal foul penalty, but you've got to get your offense in a position to where they can.
Little shuttle pass. Ooh. Robinson slows Lindemann up at the 40, and then brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a good job by the Blazer defense sticking with the play, sticking with that runner because.
And Robertson's the one that really disrupted that.
Yeah,
on that initial.
Slowed him down a lot. And
come on, boys, come get him. I got him slowed up for you.
Yeah.
8:20 and running in the first half. Ty Black looks confused. Got to watch them trick plays. This may be part of their deal. Trips to the high side. High snap. Screen pass completed. But brought down is Lindemann as he's brought down by Marshall Mason at the original line of scrimmage. Actually, they're going to give him up to the 34, so make it 3rd and 9.
And right here is a big defensive big defensive play by the Blazers. You've got to stop them, and you know from this distance they're not going to kick a field goal. So you've got to hold them right here. And
quick slant, pass complete.
Spoke too soon.
Should have had him down behind the first down marker as Justin Mitchell fends off one Blazer, gets a first down. Tori G says, Sister Shook. Please explain.
Sister Shook?
Sister Shook.
I have no idea.
We have 148 people watching. I'm not going to do anything, but I'd love to get 200 on a Thursday night. Also, hit the like button, hit the share button, drop us a message, let us know where you're watching from. We'd love to hear from you. Clock running at 7:05, and that's going to be offsides, and that wasn't just one. You don't get one for each.
Thank goodness.
Wow. Discipline, guys. Discipline. You got to watch what's going on.
This is very uncharacteristic from what we've been seeing from the Blazers this year defensively. You know, the personal foul penalties, the jumping offsides. It's not characteristic, and I don't know if it's just because it's a Thursday night game or it's the Cougars getting into their head a little bit.
Black back to pass, going for a corner route. Pass overthrown, and it looked like, was that Drake Talley? I can't tell what number that is, but he looked back for it, and it looked like it slowed him up just enough and then caused the ball to sail past him. So make it 2nd and 5. Ball on the 18-yard line. Clock stopped at 6:45. Man, they take a lot of time getting these plays in. Good Lord.
We say the Blazers
6 seconds on the play clock, and they're still trying to get lined up. 3, 2, 1.
And
wow.
Just hearing from the crowd noise.
Even the crowd's saying, let's go.
Yeah. They're tired. They're wondering what the heck's going on. You know, you're 4-2. You shouldn't be confused on what plays you're running.
Well,
this late into the season.
We're into the 7th game of the season. You should know what's going on by now. You shouldn't have to.
I can expect this from a team, who's winless,
struggling early in the season. But man,
4-2, and you're running the clock down like this much, and your quarterback's
this
confused.
Often.
And the crowd's right in front of us out here, and they are not happy.
I wouldn't be either.
Yeah.
Let's see. Nicole Cardwell, despite the kids, Cora and Jackson, begging to go to the game tonight, we're watching from home in Gardner. You know what? Chris McKelvey's watching from Houston. Nice. I'm watching from my car. My car got hit today. I'm watching from the ER. My car got hit today. Caden Stovall. Dude, I hope you're all right. Good night, dude. That's not good. You know what? I'll tell you what. And I'm going to say it now to Nicole Cardwell. I'll give you a message here real quick after this play. Black looking out on the flat. Pass complete. Fighting for the 15-yard line. I think that might have been Blake Aronson. Nope, that was actually Jamie Alexander. Nicole Cardwell, I'll tell you what. Bring the kids to the game, Cora and Jackson, next week to the game. We'll be on top of the press box. Somehow we will find you.
Have them come to the press box. And we'll
pass complete
down.
At the 10. A couple moves across the 5. It's going to be 1st and goal. But we'll get Cora and Jackson on the broadcast on Friday. Come to the booth or try to find Jarrett. Somehow we'll get them on. Peyton Carter with the receptions. It's going to be 1st and goal. And right now, it looks like Northwest is just going to pass.
Yeah.
They're going to do quick hits out in the flat. Going to have to start doing some matchup man and man.
Yeah, it's no time to be playing zone right now. You've got to be playing man to man all game. If they're going to give you this slant game.
Wow. The play clock again down to 1 as they were going for a weird set. on that one.
That looked like victory formation.
It did. 5:38 to go. We're going to take a timeout, and we'll be back right after this on the Blazer Broadcast Network.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Junior's Detail and Plasti Dip. If you're getting ready to sell your car, you know that appearance is key. So why not let Jeff get your car ready for you? Call Jeff at 620-1253.
American Computers. There's a reason why American Computers is the official computer store of the Blazer Broadcast Network. It just takes a single visit to find out why. American Computers, 325 North Moonlight, across the street from Trails West Ace Hardware. Humphreys Family Dentistry. For the best in general dentistry, Humphreys Family Dentistry will give you the smile you've always wanted. Make your appointment by calling 856-2333. That's 856-2333.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Coming out of the Wildcat, and nothing there behind the line of scrimmage. They're going to back it up to the 6. It's got to be further back than that.
He's back.
Unless they're giving him forward progress. To the 6, so back it up, second and goal from the 6.
And that was like we were talking about during the timeout. That's Shawnee Mission Northwest has a lot of weird formations, and that was one of them right there. The quarterback's lined up behind the running backs. They had like 2 running backs in a down stance, and he was lined up behind the running backs.
Slant and pass incomplete. Nice job.
Surprised they didn't call him for passing
interference. Well, and Corbin Moore
Yeah.
was actually in better position to catch it. The receiver is actually behind him. Couple messages here. Let's see. Amanda Brown says, Coach Brown's family is home sick tonight, but Tucker and Rhea are still cheering on the Blazers. DJ Francis says the secondary is really not playing well. They can't cover, and they don't tackle well. Well, they haven't been. And Derek Delorte says, great game, boys. Pass incomplete. So I'll tell you what, it's going to be 4th down. I would think that Northwest is going to go for the field goal here. And if they give Northwest the ball at their 23 and 35 and only come away with 3 points, they're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
But it looks like they're going to go for it on 4th down, 4th and goal from the 6. I can't agree with this, actually.
I mean, I can see where they're coming from because, you know, you get
get some
the
points.
slants have been working, but also if it's an incomplete pass, you're
get some
putting
points.
the Blazers in their deep in
Going
their
for
own
the
territory.
screen pass again, and it's going to be incomplete. It wasn't even catchable. They're gonna call Gage goalie with pass interference when he made the cut right on top of him. The pass went way. It wasn't even catchable.
That's not a catchable pass, and I don't know what the refs are seeing, but
the receiver turned into Gully when Gully was going out to cover him. Unless that's a design play to get that or something. I don't know, but now they're talking about it. I know Cornellson's not happy about it.
I wouldn't be either if they're calling pass interference on this. Like we said, that's not a catchable ball.
It was at the 5, and the ball landed in the end zone. Are they going to wave it off?
I mean, they have a video board. I mean, can we do some review?
They're waving the flag off.
Wow.
Not often do you do that.
And
the
with
Blazers
no video review.
on a turnover on downs from the 6-yard line.
No video review, and they still turn it over.
That's
impressive.
So now, as the Blazers, you have to feel so lucky, given the Cougars ball position that far into your own territory, and they come up with nothing. If that does not put some turpentine on the cat's backside and get you going, I don't know what will.
I don't know, but this is a possession, probably the biggest possession of the half. You've got to come
without
out.
a doubt.
You run down this 4:49 left in the half.
Yep.
You run it down. You score in the last second. That gives you a huge advantage.
Jennings running hard,
going
and
into the half.
The Blazers get the ball to start the second half.
It's a huge momentum swing. You score to end the half, and then you get the ball back at the beginning of the next half.
And the way the first half's been, If you can get any points off this and get some points off the second one, you got to be feeling pretty good.
You've got to. And
clock running at 4:23. They're going to have to start the pace just a little bit quicker.
Yeah. This may be the possession of the game. As of now, well, the way it's been
so
going,
far it is.
So far it is. It's the possession of the game.
Hunsberger up front. He's going to have enough for the first down. Stop the clock. Ball on the 17-yard line. Clock stopped at 4:06. What was the time on the clock? 4:40?
4:49.
I knew Will would know. Old habits are hard to break. This way, Will gets just to enjoy the game.
Yeah.
And
lets us do all the work.
McKelvey back to pass, and that's pass interference.
Yeah, he's holding
You've got
on
it. How I was going to say, I'm sorry, Brody Marshall only had his arm ripped behind his back 3 times before McKelvey even let it go. They're going to be crying about it, but I don't want to say crying, but they're going to be complaining about it. And Black, they may not have seen what we saw early.
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah. And here's what you can tell what he's talking. Well, you can tell what he's complaining about. He's complaining they pulled up the flag on the pass interference on the 4th and goal, and then they throw a flag on here. The thing is, Coach Black probably didn't see that Brody Marshall had his hands tied behind his back by the defender a couple times, and he'll see that tomorrow on film, and he's not going to be happy about it.
Yeah.
How many times have we all been mad about something because we didn't really see everything, and then we go back and sing going, okay.
My life as a Mizzou fan.
Jennings fighting up ahead. He's going to have, looks like about a good 5 yards. Clock running at 3:40.
Speaking of Mizzou, we've got Bama Saturday at Bama.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. We're only a 28.5-point underdog.
I'll take Bama to cover in 3/4.
You're being generous. I'm talking.
You're talking halftime.
Yeah. Heck, maybe the first quarter.
But you have Drew Lock, though.
Shh. He hasn't been doing anything.
McKelvey with the keeper. Tries to get it outside. He was already down. You could hear the whistle already being blown. And now the fans are going to start getting into this because they're sensing, the tightness of this game. And
yeah. And these just by listening to the Northwest fans, they're passionate. They're very passionate. And
well, it's their kids, man.
It's their kids, but I mean, they're getting on to the coaches. They're getting on to the refs. I mean, this is fixing to be a really good game.
Hunsberger up the middle.
First.
He's going to have a first down across the 40 up to the 42. Stops the clock at 2:34.
That was a good push by Hunsberger right there. I mean,
let's see here. Ryan Beasley. Good thing they picked up that flag. I didn't want to have to come out to the field. Bruce Boakholder says Coach Cornelson's mother-in-law and me are watching the Blazers game on YouTube in Hayes, and we are wondering if there's any way to time the scoreboard at any time.
Jennings
is gone. I'm sitting there busy reading. I didn't realize they had it. Jennings is gone for the touchdown as he hits it for 59 yards.
That was just making sure there's no flags.
Flag.
No flags.
No flag on the play.
No, there was. There's one right by the goal line.
Why is there one at the goal line?
Probably for, unsportsmanlike conduct.
No way.
Probably because he got a little too mouthy.
That'd have been Jennings' 6th touchdown. They're going to call it good. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Blazers for someone talked something they weren't supposed to, but Luke Jennings, 59-yard touchdown run. Yeah, they're going to tag it on the kickoff.
I mean, when you
real quick. Coach Cornelson's mother-in-law and me, Bruce Bookholder, are watching the Blazers game on YouTube in Hayes, and we are wondering if there is any way the time scoreboard can be shown. It can. The problem is with that, as the extra point is good as we'll keep it here. The reason we haven't been showing the scoreboard is for two reasons. We have the score on the screen. Go ahead and show the scoreboard to explain what I'm talking about. We hit the scoreboard, and it is so bright that it just makes it hard for the camera to focus. I guess we can do it that way, but it's just...
It becomes a pain.
Yeah, well, not really a pain, but it shows the time. That's why I'm trying to say the time, but I get what you're saying. We can do that, but I mean, that's why we've started putting the score up. But huge thanks to Coach Cornellson's mother. Doesn't even have her name on here, mother-in-law, but hey, glad you're watching.
Thank you for watching.
Bruce Buckholder in Hayes. Actually, I'm going to try to be in Hayes. I got to look. They got a tournament at Centennial Lanes. I got to look at it, but yeah, I'm hopefully to be. I got to try. There's a steakhouse. There's a steak or a burger place that's in Hayes that's supposed to be killer. I need to try that. Drop me a line. Let me know what that is. I'm sure Coach Cornellson can tell me too. So 14-7 is the score.
With that unsportsmanlike penalty, the Blazers would kick off from their own 25.
Well, and the way Northwest has been moving the ball, they've got the chance to do something. Blazers actually went 94 yards.
In 2 minutes.
No, you can't do an update.
Uh-oh.
Lindemann to the outside across midfield, down at the 42.
They're going to call for a block in the back.
Man, he's quick. He gets going.
Block in the back on the return team.
Is that number 5?
It's one of these three.
It's one of these three. That is Charles Brockman. I'll tell you what, 5'5", $140. I bet he runs track.
Yeah.
The way he got going on that one. Flag all the way back at the 38-yard line.
Whose idea was it to have black numbers on a black jersey?
Some schools have done that, and it's like you have.
Yeah.
It's like you guys have no sympathy for us guys up in the booth that have to try to find these numbers and read them.
Blazers lucked out on that return. That return got out to what? About the Blazers.
It got up to the 42.
42, and then with that block in the back, it's back to the 29, 28.
So 1st and 10. Black to pass, thrown behind his receiver, intended for Lindemann. Stops the clock at 1:55. I'll tell you what. I'm not sure how Blazers have 2 timeouts left. If they really wanted to, if they can hold them 3rd down, they could take a timeout.
Get it to 21.
Yep.
That's a great way to end the first half.
Especially the way it's been going. They're coming with the blitz. Screen pass intercepted by Gage Goalie. He's at the 10. He's at the 5. Touchdown. Gage Goalie with the big interception for the Blazers. Wow. How huge is that?
That's huge, and like we said before, the way the game's been going,
exactly.
This is an exclamation point.
Wow!
To this first half, and you get the ball back in the second half.
And I'll tell you, do you hear that? Do you hear that?
They're quiet.
That just let all the air out of Northwest balloon right now.
Yeah.
They're sitting here. They're sitting here with 5 minutes to go. On 4th and goal from the 6, they could have got 3 points, as the extra point is good. Could have got 3 points, gone up 10-7, kicked the ball off, and you don't know what would have happened.
Right.
But that's just a situation that would have happened. That's why I would have gone for it. I think it was a good call picking up the flag, but that's me being a homer for GE. So,
yeah.
It
was the right call in general.
I think it was the right call, and I've got reasons for it. But now all of a sudden, Northwest got the ball in great field position twice, came up empty, gave up a 59-yard touchdown run to Jennings. Now they're trying to get downfield with a couple minutes left, and give up an INT for touchdown. Before you can blink, it's 21-7.
Yeah.
Wow.
And this.
What? 47, 57, in 18 seconds.
Yeah.
Wow.
So add that to the two.
Yeah, they scored at
2:44.
They scored at 2:05. Yeah. So yeah, so you're looking at 18 seconds. 18 seconds. 21.
Let's just say 20 seconds.
Yeah.
2 touchdowns.
That'll knock the wind out of anybody's sail real quick. Low line drive kickoff, and now we're going to have offsides, I believe. And you know what? And for that, there's no reason to be offsides.
No. Especially on special teams. There's no need. I mean, there's nothing.
What's worse is if you're the guy that's right next to the kicker, and you beat him to the line.
Yeah.
That's the worst. There is no excuse for that. So they're going to re-kick the kickoff. McCarthy Auto Group pregame show. McCarthy Auto Group halftime show coming up next. Thanks. That makes sense with the camera. Maybe the time could be added along with the scores on top. You know what? Will can't type that quick. I wish. Hopefully we can add a camera that will. Next year we'll add a camera that can just have the scoreboard on it. We'll work on that next time. Lindemann trying to find it, bounces to the outside across the 40-45, spins around. That man's like a grease pig. He slides right through your hands.
He turned a whole lot of nothing into something.
He did.
Mean, there was a point where he was completely stopped, and he kind of just bounced off to the outside, and I think he got stopped right at the 35 and bounces to the outside and gets it to the 46.
Got some new subscribers on the YouTube channel. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the share button. We're up to 171 on a Thursday night. Let's get 200 again. I'll show you what happens when we get 200. We'll do that at the half. 1:32 to go in the half. Blazers up 21-7. Black to pass to Lindemann on the slant, down across the 40, down to the 39-yard line.
And Will just mentioned it. The reason why that interception happened was because they blitzed the quarterback right there.
Yeah, they did. And they were going for that screen.
Yeah. And it was almost a carbon copy of the interception that McKelvey had.
Yep.
Why?
The exact same play, basically.
Yeah.
And that was just a little bit high. I'm thinking, you know, you're running a 5'5" guy. Lindemann is 5'7", buck 45, a junior. You're running him in a lot of traffic. He can't go up and get it.
No. Oh.
Yeah.
Just go. 8 seconds.
6, 5. Yep, they're going to get it off. Black back pass on the blitz. Pass completed, and Gage goalie, I believe. Gage goalie just had the INT for touchdown. Stepped up and brought down Justin Mitchell as they went for the blitz. Blazers went for the blitz, and it actually, what it looks like they're doing, it actually looks like they're dropping back some linemen on the blitz. It's like they're bringing X amount of people off the line, dropping a couple back, but still bringing the ends on the blitz. So that way when they go for the screen, pass complete at the 40-yard line. It's going to be enough for a first down at the 35. But they're disguising the blitz
into it's like a zone blitz.
Into like a zone blitz, so that when they run that screen, there's a lot of traffic in there.
Yeah, and that's with this how complicated this offense is. It's a guessing game for defenses, I guess. I mean, I haven't done the scouting on Northwest, but it looks like it's just a guessing game. And the way they're calling plays is the way that college teams call plays. They have the big paper boards with the different logos and numbers and pictures. And
23.5 seconds on the slant again, passing complete. And I'm trying to figure out why, because they stopped the play clock. on the first down, they're supposed to restart the play clock, aren't they?
Yeah.
That thing was stuck on 27. They never started the play clock or the game clock, but the play clock went.
He downed it on the first down. He intentionally grounded it.
Oh, I missed that. Okay. Well, we're too busy over here talking. That's why we got Will here. Going for a sideline route. Pass complete. Out of bounds. Yeah, they're both saying touchdown on the sideline route. Pass completed. 35 yards out. Cuts the lead down to 21-13. And I didn't see who was on the coverage, but he actually looked back, and he might have looked back just a little bit late.
Yeah, it looked like just a simple fly pattern for Northwest right there. I mean, one of the easier. Oh.
And the extra point is no good.
This Northwest kicker is
no good.
Not good.
So make it 21-13. Gardner will get the ball with 14 seconds left to go in the half. But and I'll tell you what, how huge does that INT look now?
It's huge. It is.
Okay, I'll give you this.
Huge.
How big do you think that missing that extra point's going to be?
It's pretty big. I mean,
right now it's a concern. But and here's the thing about 2-point conversions, and I don't know why a lot of coaches do it. Let's say you're down by 15. And a coach will go for it off a touchdown. Okay, so if you're down by 15, now you're down by 9. If you go for 1, you're still down by 8.
Yeah.
But if you go for 2 and you fail, you're still down 2 scores. Go for the 2-point conversion when you need it. You still have the game down to a one possession game. But how many times you see these coaches down by 15 or something like that, and they keep going for it? I'm like, you're losing points right now.
Yeah.
You don't know what's going to happen.
Exactly.
And
the thing is,
I don't care what the card says.
The thing is,
burn the damn thing.
Is that most high school kickers, well, in the lower classes, they can't make a point. They can't make an extra point.
I'll tell you what, I've seen some lower class teams do something with it.
Oh.
Going for an onside kick, and that's going to hit. That already hit a Cougar, and that's going to call it a dead ball. And I would suspect the Blazers are going to be down the ball to run out the clock. 14 seconds.
Will's calling shots.
Illegal touching, illegal participation, whichever. So Blazers will get the ball off the 10-yard. They mark it from where the ball was touched or downed or tackled something, then they take 5 yards on that. Yeah, they may take a shot downfield, or they still have 2 timeouts. And off Rodriguez trying to get to the outside, cuts it inside. Down, call timeout with 8 seconds left. They're going to timeout with 7.6 seconds.
Number 53, Chase Agar with the tackle.
Well, this has been a long first half.
Yeah, it's
good Lord. I didn't expect it to be this long.
Timeout call, Cougars.
Yeah. Hour and
so
7
at
minutes.
the half during the McCarthy Auto Group halftime show, if you want, okay, I'm going to take a poll. If you want to see the pink during the McCarthy Auto Group halftime show, let me know. Let's see. Nicole Cardwell, Cora, and Jackson are refusing to go to bed until they see your Jackson and Cora. I'm going to show you my hair at halftime, and then you have to do what your mother says and go straight to bed. You have to promise me. I'm just saying. Back to passes, Getzman. Intended for McKelvey. Almost off the tip. Oh, my goodness. McKelvey. Pass intended for McKelvey by Getzman. And Getzman had a good touch on it. and it was tipped by the receiver and just barely out of the reach of McKelvey, and it hit the ground and then bounced up, and McKelvey went underneath it.
Try again.
But Wiley's
Try again.
Wiley says, or Will says, let's do it again.
That looked like the same.
Got nothing to lose. I'm
I mean,
just
there
saying.
could be a pick six.
Let's see.
Not with McKelvey out there.
The KU kills.
That's my buddy Caleb.
Oh.
What's he saying?
He goes, who is doing color on this garbage? He is not good.
Thanks, Caleb. That means a lot.
Pass knocked down. Jesse Lane says, want to see the pink. Alan Drake says, I do. All right, guys, we'll get to see the pink. We're going to take a timeout on the McCarthy Auto Group halftime show. Blazers leading. Here, let me try to do this real quick. Let's see if I can get this to work. There we go. That's going to work. Remove. Bring it over here. Okay, there we go. Score 21-13. We're going to take a timeout on the McCarthy Auto Group pregame or halftime show. Be back in a couple minutes on the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Hey, Blazers fans! The McCarthy Auto Group is proud to support Gardner Edgerton Sports. Remember, when you're in an accident, after you call 911, make your next call 800-NEW-AGAIN for one of the 5 conveniently located McCarthy Collision Centers. Call or click 800-NEW-AGAIN for the McCarthy Collision Centers. For award-winning service performed by certified technicians with decades of experience, call or click 800-NEW-AGAIN. The McCarthy Collision Centers. Satisfying customers is no accident. It's our guarantee.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
American Computers. Regardless if you need help with a desktop, laptop, network equipment, or peripherals and accessories, American Computers can get the job done. American Computers, 325 North Moonlight Road in Gardner.
Capes Whole Homes Heating and Air Conditioning. Proudly serving Blazer fans in Gardner and surrounding areas. Call Capes Whole Homes Heating and Air Conditioning at 638-1647.
Planet Sub, where the bread is mixed, rolled, and baked fresh from scratch every morning. Oh, it's good. Planet Sub, 921 East Lincoln Lane in Gardner.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Amazing barbecue. The Kansas City Strip. If there's one thing this town knows, it's meat. That's why Price Chopper Butchers take the time to cut meat fresh in-store daily. None of that prepackaged stuff shipped from out of state. It's also why Price Chopper backs all their KC Pride beef with a 200% guarantee. If you don't love it, you'll get a replacement and your money back. No questions asked. Price Chopper, Kansas City born and raised.
Ryan Ragland back with you at the McCarthy Auto Group broadcast booth. Blazers, it was a rough first half. 21-13 with the lead as they took their first drive. Started at the 36-yard line. They took a little over 4.5 minutes on a 1-yard touchdown run by Hunsberger to take a 7-0 lead. And then an answer back on a two-yard pass by the Cougars to tie the score up at 7. And then the Blazers had an interception on a screen pass. Luckily, had a 33-yard field goal that was blocked to begin the second quarter. Blazers really couldn't get anything going on their next possession. They held Northwest after they got the ball on the 35-yard line of the Blazers, held on a fourth and goal from the 6 on a pass interference that the flag got picked up on. And then right after that, the Blazers get the ball at their 6. 59-yard touchdown run by Luke Jennings, his 6th for the year, I believe. Yep, 6th for the year. It makes the score 14-7. Right after that, a couple plays into Northwest possession. Gage Goley on the blitz, or I should say Blazers on the blitz, tipped a screen pass, landed in the hands of Gage Goley, and he goes 25 yards for the touchdown off the interception. Northwest comes back, gets the ball on their 40, or I've got it marked down on their 46, but it was on their 46, wasn't it?
No, it was on the 26 because
26, that's right, because they had the
block in the back. Yeah.
Yep, block in the back, so I need to scribble that out. But they get a 35-yard touchdown pass, the extra point no good, and that's where we find ourselves 21-13 now for Cora Jackson. I'm talking to you two. You said okay deal. You said you didn't want to go to bed until after you saw the hair. All right, turn it around. There you go. There's the purple. Back this way. Back. Other way. Keep going. There you go. There you go, guys. There's the purple hair. The pink hair. It almost looks purple. The pink hair. That is for the 200 viewers that we got on last week's broadcast against Shawnee Mission North. And leave it on here. What the hey? For Shawnee Mission North, I'm going to put my hat back on now. But that's for the turn it back toward me a little bit. There we go. You got more of the window. But the 200 viewers that we got on the broadcast last week against Shawnee Mission North, and Will's over here. We got drag Will over here. We don't get Will over here. Gotta get in over here. We don't get in. See, now we got in. There's the crew tonight. There's our crew tonight. Will's wife, Melinda, going through a procedure next week, and it was Will's idea to do the pink hair for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So we got the 200. Great job by Katie at Design Company. April and Amy, they donated the material to get that done. I'm going to keep this on here for 3 weeks. And as I said, it goes for anyone and everyone that's dealt with any form of cancer. It just happens to be Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and kind of touches the BBN family and the Blazer family with Melinda and stuff. And like I said, my cousin Leanne had it. She fought it. She won that battle. Do what? Judy Johns. I did not know that. Judy Johns, friend in Salina, Chrissy, she battled it and she won. Lost a friend to pancreatic cancer. I have a friend that's going through colon cancer early stages, and I think they got that quick enough. So best wishes to Randy on that. Brenda Beckham, a friend of mine, has it. Angela Vanderberg. I mean, there's so many that I don't even know about that, as Wally said, it's you, Wally's mom, Dawn's mom. You can't shake a stick anymore and not find someone that's been affected by cancer. So anyway, again, a huge thanks for everyone on the watching on the Blazer Broadcast Network on YouTube. And it's just, I got to check. I got to make sure. Let's see. Katie at Design Company does good work. Yep. They said, now I need to know, Nicole. I said it. Mallory, Amber, McKelvey, nice job. Design Company. All right. Nicole, I need to know that Corey and Jackson are going to bed now. They said it. They said, okay, deal. So I need confirmation. But anyway, just a huge thanks for everyone joining us. You can go ahead and take the camera and put it back on something more on that. Yeah, go ahead and hit the lights. Right now, the Blazers really need to kind of get things back in line. They're still defensively. We saw that against Olathe East that they really ran the screen passes, and they ran it one too many times off the interception that sealed the game. But the pass defense is the Achilles heel for the defense right now. And I'm sitting there trying to think, have they ran the ball any more than maybe 2 times the whole game?
I don't think they've ran it at all. Yeah, they have. But it's just been those slant patterns.
I know. I don't remember anyone in the second quarter that they ran.
No.
Yes, because when they had that weird formation with the 3 running backs.
Oh, it was a direct snap to the tight end.
Yes.
At the goal line down here. That's a run.
Yeah.
They did a shuttle pass when they brought Lindemann over on a just kind of on a jet sweep.
Yeah.
And it was a little forward shuttle pass, but man, that's just actually why don't you go ahead and get it down on the band down here. These guys, in fact, let's go ahead and we got 7 minutes. Let's go ahead and listen to the band for a little bit.
The greatest danger facing us is ourselves, an irrational fear of the unknown. There is no such thing as the unknown. Only famous temporarily hidden, temporarily not understood. We proudly explore space, the final frontier.
Boldly go. To boldly go.
To boldly go.
That's pretty stout stuff right there. Nice job by the Shawnee Mission Northwest Cougar Band. Folks, that's drum and bugle corps stuff right there. We've seen some really good bands. I think a couple of the best ones that we've seen. I can't get Lawrence. Well, yeah, Lawrence, but we couldn't see it because it was faced away from us.
Yeah.
But Blue Valley Northwest. They've got. I think might have been Blue Valley Northwest where they did a performance after the game, and I mean, this was rock solid. I was like, yeah, that works. That'll do it. Hope you enjoyed that extra little tidbit there with the band. I saw them out there, and I thought, you know what? Let's just enjoy a little bit of what's what I'm looking for.
Performance.
Art, performing arts. That's what I'm looking for. Nice hand. And I'll tell you what, if you think the band does not appreciate it, you're totally wrong because, yeah, I was in the band, and we'd have go down real quick and show the formation they're marching in. We used to march like that in its line of stadium. There, you walk underneath the stadium, and the whole thing's concrete, okay? So the concessions and everything underneath. And we would actually go from the parking lot around the gate on the north end, and then would march to the south and would march underneath the concrete seating, the stadium. Well, as soon as we got underneath there, all of a sudden you heard 4 loud rim shots, and the drum section started their cadence. Well, me and 2 other guys were on the back end of it, and we got these big white tubas. Man, you felt you heard the that cadence going on, and man, we're like left with the tubas, back with the tubas, left in time. Oh, and I mean, it was like parting the Red Sea because everyone got out of the way because we weren't stopping for no one. So if you think the band doesn't appreciate and have a little bit of pride, you're sadly mistaken. Anyway, we're going to take a timeout. Blazers leading 21-13 at the half. We're going to take a timeout and be back with the kickoff of the second half on the McCarthy Auto Group halftime show on the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Hey, Blazers fans! The McCarthy Auto Group is proud to support Gardner Edgerton Sports. Remember, when you're in an accident, after you call 911, make your next call 800-NEW-AGAIN for one of the 5 conveniently located McCarthy Collision Centers. Call or click 800-NEW-AGAIN for the McCarthy Collision Centers. For award-winning service performed by certified technicians with decades of experience, call or click 800-NEW-AGAIN. The McCarthy Collision Centers. Satisfying customers is no accident. It's our guarantee.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Trails West Ace Hardware and Feed and Arbor Creek Ace Hardware. Paint, animal food, plants and gardening, tools, electrical supplies, plumbing. Why not Trails West Ace Hardware and Feed? Go tell Rex and the gang hi. Trails West Ace Hardware and Feed, 240 North Moonlight in Gardner, and Arbor Creek Ace Hardware, 159th and Muir Lynn in Olathe.
The Design Company Salon. Check them out on Facebook, and while you're there, you can book your appointment at the same time. The Design Company Salon, 136 East Main in Gardner.
Blazers Restaurant. Don and Wally have been proud supporters of Blazer Athletics for 15 years, so it only makes sense they own Blazers. Stop in and tell them thanks for their support. Blazers Restaurant, 131 North Center in Gardner.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
These days, the concept of value matters more than ever. And you'd be hard-pressed to find a better value than high school sports. Extracurricular activities, including sports, make up about 2% of the budget for a typical Kansas high school. In return, participation in sports promotes citizenship and sportsmanship. Sports also instill a sense of community pride and teach lifelong lessons about cooperation and self-discipline. They encourage physical fitness. They produce community leaders. By offering so many benefits to the community for such a small percentage of a school's overall budget, it's easy to see why high school sports are one of the best bargains around. The real cost would come from not having them at all. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Kansas Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Ryan Ragland, Will to Thrill McIntyre, Ian Jones at the McCarthy Auto Group broadcast booth. A huge thanks to Sean Capes with Capes Whole Homes Heating and Cooling for the sponsorship of the HD broadcast. I need to mention that more often. I keep forgetting. And I'm telling you, people, I've gotten tons of comments about how much they like the broadcast now with the picture and everything. I'm telling you, call Sean Capes whenever you need him. He has a great deal, a quick checkup. I think it's $59. Give him a call. Tell him you heard about it on the broadcast. It would mean the world to him. It would mean the world to us. I mean, like I told Ian earlier, and I said during the pregame, some people pay that much for an oil change. If you're getting a full synthetic oil change on a vehicle, you're paying $60.
Yeah.
Why would you not spend $60 for your heating and your central air unit just for preventive maintenance? And if something needs to be done, you get it done. You know about it, because I'll tell you what's going to happen. You crank that thing up. If you have a problem that could have been prevented and you don't spend the $60, it's that old adage that they had in the commercial. You can either pay me now or you can pay me later. You know what you're going to do? You're probably going to end up paying a whole lot later if you don't spend the $60 now. So, man, call Sean Capes. Tell him thanks for his sponsorship on the Blazer Broadcast Network. Tell him I told you so, and get the update, the check, the tune-up on your central air unit, and make sure you're ready to go, because I have a feeling this winter is going to be a kicker. Also, American Computers, they're the ones that built the custom-built computer. Awesome people. I've had zero problems with it. They've even helped me with the tech support of getting our broadcast system set, ready to go, and our settings. And if some people might actually notice, and maybe you did and didn't say anything, you're hearing it out of both speakers. I found the setting to change it to mono, and I checked it on my headset when I checked it on my phone, and I had equal sound on both ears.
That was something I noticed on my way to Pittsburgh last week.
Irritating as, yeah, I get that too. So, hey, we got that situated, because I went back to listen to it, and it was like one channel was kind of flickering a little bit on one side, and then it kind of go in and out. But I found the setting on that, got it switched to mono, so we are good to go. 21-13, and I'll tell you what, I will say I'm nervous.
Yeah.
And I'm nervous for the fact that the passing defense needs to tighten up. Now the Blazers are coming with a lot of blitzes.
Yeah.
And they're, the pressure's coming from the outside. It's not necessarily coming from the inside. So I wonder if there's going to be a time where they may run some stunts. They may send one to the outside, but then run a stunt off another end or something and create just a little bit more traffic, because Northwest right now, their only bread and butter are either the quick slants or the screen passes, and unless they really get something figured out quick,
And it's one of those, I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, they had the one bad play for Northwest where it gets picked off, but 90% of the game, it's been the quick slants have been working to their advantage, and they know, like you said, they know the Achilles heel of the Blazers defense is those quick slants. And what you've got to do to combat that is really, I would just blitz the heck out of the quarterback. I mean, give him absolutely no time to do anything. And
well, the Blazers had a chance to have a 21-7 lead. Northwest came back with a failed field goal and cut it down to 8. But the Blazers get the ball to start the second half. Nice job by that special teams for the Cougars, as the Blazers will get the ball on their 15-yard line.
Another thing for the defense for the Blazers is you got to cut down on the personal foul penalties. And the small mistake
they have been. They've been nullified. I'm pretty sure that there was a talk going on there.
Yeah, and I'm assuming Cornellson talked to him at halftime and said, look, get your head out of your butts. Don't let them get into your head. And basically, just play smart. Don't let them get in your head at all.
Hand off to Hunsberger. Not much there. They're going to give him, they'll give him about 2.5 yards. That's the weird thing about that. It still looks like there's not much there. Real quick, before I forget, you saw the Planet Sub up in the corner. Need to say a big hi to everyone at Planet Sub. Huge thanks to Dan Wise and Crystal Wise, his wife, Deanna Burrows, the manager there at Planet Sub. I think I'm going to hit me up Planet Sub tomorrow. Huge thanks to Wally's last night for the meal, as the girls at Design Company gave me the pink hair. Jennings with a spin move, fights one tackle, leans up ahead. He gets about 15 yards after the broken tackle. And I'll tell you what, Jennings tied in last year. He's a load to bring down. Jennings checks in at 6'4", 210, and he's already said he's ready for basketball also.
That's a big back.
That's a big back.
That's a big back. And I see why he gets these giant runs and these big holes is he runs through people. I mean, his leg is taller than some of the corners for Northwest. So
McKelvey with the keeper trying to get around the corner. Stiff arm across the 40. Out of bounds. And they're going to mark him out at the 44. McKelvey looks like he makes a quick read that he's looking inside, and if there's not even a crack there, immediately he's going to the outside. I got a message from, let's see, Eddie McKelvey, Eddie Jr. watching from Denver, Colorado. Enjoyed watching the guys when they came here for the Combine. I didn't know they came there for the Combine. Black Star Vinyl, what's up, Pinky? Thank you, I appreciate that.
Looks like he has enough for the first down.
Yeah, we're going to have a first down there. 154. Let's get this thing up to 200 on a Thursday night. That'd be nice. Give us a like. Give us a share. See if we can top 201. I want to see how high we can get this thing. Yeah. Let's get up to 201.
Well, the total views for the last broadcast were
1,500.
Yeah, 1,500 plus views, and that's impressive.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's what winning does for you.
Yep.
I'm not necessarily for sure it's just for the quality of the broadcast and maybe more of the quality of the team down there. Jennings running a white being. He's dragging a Cougar with him. I think that might have been another 15 yards. and Jennings is running like, get off me, man. Get out of here.
Like a little ankle biter dog right there.
Oh, I hate those. Those aren't even dogs, man.
Little rats.
At least do something with it. Clock running at 10 minutes here in the third. Blazers started the drive on their 15-yard line. Quick hit to Hunsberger. Breaks one tackle, guts to the left. Up to the 17-yard line. Another Blazer first down. Clock stops at 9:48.
Number 51.
Well, and the offensive line's taking charge, and they're so that's the one thing about this offense is that as long as you know your assignment and you can hold your block for like a second and a half, if you can get everyone covered, that's what this offense does. McKelvey's going to keep it himself.
Ooh.
Had a hole, breaks the tackle, gets up to the 15-yard line.
Flag on the play. Cougar tackle.
I'm going to assume it's a hold. I like this little graphic that they have for throwing the flag on the play, the ref.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, a friend of mine, Craig Hubbard in Wichita, he did the music for the Wichita Thunder. See what they're going to call. Personal foul, face mask on the Cougars.
Wow.
Take that bad boy half the distance. You'll never guess what song he would play when the refs would come out on the ice.
No clue.
Buford T, that song that dun 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 dun. When Buford T. Justice would come out of his car. Oh my goodness. It's so poetic. It was beautiful.
I always liked when I went to Blues games, if they were reviewing a call, they'd play Let It Be. Like if they were reviewing like a goal for the Blues, they would play Let It Be by the Beatles, and the whole crowd would sing, and it was great.
Oh, Lord. I'll see if I can find it here in a little bit. 1st and 2.
Second and
Not
1.
much there. Let's see if we can.
And that face mask call really, obviously plays in the Blazers' hand right there. And, it's the best way to start off this half is with, a touchdown, obviously. But after that kind of crazy last couple minutes to the first half,
leaning
really
up
good
ahead, that's going to be a first down. Let's see if this works.
Ooh.
Let's see if this works. This should be what they played. Hold on a second. I got to stop it here. Well, let's pause there. Here we go. Oh, let's try this. Now let's try it. That's what my friend Craig would play as the Wichita the rest would come out for the Wichita Thunder games. It was awesome. Hand off to Jennings up the middle. He's in for the touchdown. Jennings with his 7th touchdown of the year. Second tonight. Blazers take a 27-13 lead.
And that's the best start you can have for the Blazers offensively this first possession of the game. Taking off 4 minutes off the clock.
Oh, exactly.
Exactly 4 minutes. And like I said, the end of that first half was a wild one. I mean, big run, that big long drive by the Blazers, then, the pick six, then Shawnee Mission Northwest comes back and scores. It's just what you need to kind of set the tone for the second half. You're not here to mess around.
That's a big score drive right there. Yeah. You took a lot of time off the clock, and you just, you guys came back and scored at the end of the quarter. Hold my drink. I'll be right back.
Yeah, exactly.
We're going to take a quick timeout here on the Blazer Broadcast Network. 28-13 to score. We'll be back with a kickoff in a second on the Blazer Broadcast Network.
The Blazer Broadcast Network.
Capes Whole Homes Heating and Air Conditioning, where customer service and industry knowledge collide. Capes Whole Homes Heating and Air Conditioning, 638-1647.
Humphreys Family Dentistry. Come meet one of the newest and best young dentists in the area. Dr. Julie Humphreys will win you over simply with her smile. Dr. Julie Humphreys at Humphreys Family Dentistry, 434 West Main in Gardner.
Junior's Detail and Plasti Dip. Let Jeff get that showroom shine your car used to have with the best rates anywhere. Junior's Detail and Plasti Dip. 620-1253.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
We've got 186 viewers. I'd like to see 200 on a Thursday night. Ryan Beasley said he posted on CFG. Thanks you very much for Mr. Beasley. Ryan Ragland, Will the Thrill McIntyre, Ian Jones in the McCarthy Auto Group broadcast booth. HD video brought to you on the Onside Kick is brought to you by Capes Whole Homes Heating and Cooling and American Computers. Say a huge thanks to them. That onside kick didn't work out.
Yeah.
Northwest will get the ball on their 45-yard line with 8 minutes to go, 7:58 to go in the third quarter, down 28-13. Our next broadcast will be a week from tomorrow as senior night, final home game of the regular season. God, final home game of the regular season.
Flown by.
Wow. And then the fun begins with the playoffs.
Yeah.
That's going to be nice.
It's going to be real fun asking my boss for all these days off.
We're only on Fridays. Black gets dirt. I'll tell you what, there was Pritchard. That was Pritchard, Jonah May, and Corbin Moore, and two of them pushed Cougars back into Black's area going, excuse me, guys.
That was...
Keep them out of here.
Yeah. There was virtually no blocking on that.
Oh, not even close.
The Blazers, I mean, this defensive front, this is their first, defensive possession of the game for the half. My bad, for the half. And they're bringing the heat, and that just fell through his fingertips.
Yep, totally couldn't bring that one in, so make it 3rd and 15. 3rd and 16, actually. Clock stopped at 7:15. So you just gave up 4 minutes on a drive. You're down 2 scores.
And the possibility of going 3 and out within
a minute.
Yeah, is very good. And this is not the way you want to start off with your Shawnee Mission Northwest, but this is what the Blazers exactly want. They want the ball right back.
Pritchard coming on the.
We're gonna.
I wonder if they're gonna get Pritchard for encroachment. False start. Oh my goodness! I thought maybe Pritchard might have been just a little bit too far ahead, but they're going to get false start on Northwest, so that's going to back it up another 5 yards.
But this is exactly what the Blazers want. You want to come out on defense, bringing the heat, force a quick 3 and out. That way your offense can get back onto the field, take up another 4 minutes off the clock, and
Black back to pass, incomplete.
The ref played a
big
block on that one.
I was about ready to say Black probably picked the wrong spot for that because he threw it right over the ref's head. It was like an extra defender.
Northwest coaches are not happy about that.
Well, I think I'd be more upset with my quarterback throwing it where the ref was. If you're going to do it, use it. And who was it? Was it New England? Someone had a play where they saw the ref at the right spot. They actually used the ref as part of a pick play.
Oh, Mizzou had that happen to them against Georgia.
Well, go figure.
Yeah.
Had it happened to him or they did it?
No, it had to happen. The ref blocked Drew Lock from making a tackle. He got picked off.
Oh, Mose on the block. Nice job by Rodriguez to pull back.
There's a block in the – that should have been a block in the back.
And it's going to be a punt.
That's 31.
And Blazers get the ball on their 31 with 7 minutes to go. So after giving up a 4-minute drive, you get the ball for 1 minute.
Exactly.
That's
not good.
That
good
is what
for the
we
Blazers.
call not very efficient use of your time.
I mean, it's good for the Blazers, because that's what we're here for. But
that's what we're here for.
But if Northwest wants to stay in this game, they gotta quit doing this quick 3 and out. And it reminds me of honestly Mizzou last year whenever they play good.
Rodriguez
teams.
with a big block from Hunsberger. He's got Marshall ahead of him up across the 45-yard line.
Injure Cougar on the play. Looks like 70.
Oh, and he's in a lot of pain.
Ethan Weaver.
Not sure he's. Trying to see what he's on his back. And Gage goalie. Yeah, I think it was. I'm not sure if it was lane support or exactly what he was doing, but he's looking at his left knee. as both teams go to the sideline. We'll take a quick timeout while they attend to the injured Cougar. 28-13 is the score. We'll be back in a couple minutes on the Blazer Broadcast Network.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
American Computers, your one-stop shop for all of your computer needs. Stop in and see what all they have in stock. American Computers, 325 North Moonlight in Gardner, across the street from Trails West Ace Hardware.
Planet Sub. Don't forget, when you need your event catered, call Deanna at 605-1068. Planet Sub at 921 East Lincoln Lane in Gardner.
Capes Whole Homes Heating and Air Conditioning. Contact Sean for any home indoor air quality products that you might need or be interested in. Capes Whole Homes Heating and Air Conditioning. 638-1647.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Dylan Bruner got up on his own ability, and he kind of limped off to the sideline as Hunsberger was one man away from taking that to the house, and they're going to mark him down at the, wow, I thought he was further than that. Mark him down at the 47.
It looked like he rolled just, somersaulted 3 or 4 yards. But that seems to be the motto of the running game. You're just one man away from breaking off into a big run, and I mean, that's happened God knows how many times this year to the Blazer backs, but another good run by Hunsberger right there.
Jennings to the near side, cuts it in, lowers the shoulder, runs over a couple Cougars. He just says, give me the ball, man. Deshaun McKelvey says, we are trying to get all the McKelveys to log on so we can get 200 viewers. Go Blazers, number 1. And Kittleson says, go Blazers. Deshaun McKelvey watching from Houston. We've had Houston. We've had California.
Maui.
I'm just talking tonight.
Oh, tonight.
We have had Maui. McKelvey with the keeper on his own. Cuts it back inside. Stiff arms. Around the corner. He's gone. 10-5 touchdown Blazers. But we're going to get a block in the back. Flag down at the 16-yard line.
Touchdown, Gardner.
Will is saying.
And there's a flag on the play.
I don't think we have an 82 out there right now, do we? Oh, 53. 52. Andrews. Oh, 52. On the lineman. See what so it's going to be a spot foul at the 15. They'll mark it down to the 25, but it's still going to be a first down for the Blazers. Negates a 39-yard touchdown run by McKelvey, but the Blazers still get a first down. Drop your mic just a pinch.
Drop it?
Yeah, just a pinch. I can hear you breathing.
All right.
I mean, it's good that you're breathing. We just.
You don't need to hear Darth Vader.
Yeah. Oh, Rodriguez got hammered, fumbled the ball. We have a flag on the play. McKelvey with the tackle. But I mean, Rodriguez got hit hard.
Flag on the play. Number 14 with the carry, Mark Addington.
Team McKelvey in Lecompton, Kansas. That's from Jake Long.
I will say this for a quarterback, McKelvey made a heck of a tackle on that.
Oh, he
jumped on his back and threw him down, but
he did everything but put a sideline block below the legs. The penalty is declined. It's going to be a first down for the Blazers. Wally said we hit 213. 214. Wow, you people are freaking awesome. 214 viewers right now on the Blazer Broadcast Network. That is an all-time. Get everyone ready. I want 250 next week against Shawnee Mission West. That would be awesome. 214. You guys freaking rock. That is awesome.
That's really awesome.
I'm stoked.
That is.
I'm stoked.
What I made the prediction that it was going to be 175 to 185 tonight.
Pass complete. A loss on the play. I'll even tell you how huge that is, 214. What's the team in California? The high school team has the green helmets, but they have the white lines like Michigan.
De La Salle?
De La Salle. I think
the one that they made a movie about?
No, it's not De La Salle. It's another one. One of the big name teams in California, high school teams. I'm watching they had a broadcast on YouTube one night. It was after our game. Oh, there's a missed tackle. Cuts it back inside, cuts in again, and loses the ball at the 3 in the end zone. It's going to be a touchback for the Blazers. Oh, my goodness.
Everything that could have possibly gone wrong,
everything that could have gone right went right until the very end, and it went totally wrong.
Yeah.
Oh,
huge defensive breakdown by the Blazers right there. And he's just weaving his way across the field and then fumbles it at the goal line.
It was there, but I'll tell you what, here's what I like about it. There was no give up on that defensive side.
No.
They kept going after it, and one of the guys, I don't know if he was in the corner, but he was actually running parallel to the goal line, and he's the one that made that fumble.
Wow.
That created it. Wow, that just they've got a sideline here. If you look straight down below you on the screen, because they're already playing it back. And this is the technology the high schools have now, which I think is crazy. Hand off to Jennings off the right side. He's going to be down at the 29-yard line. We'll see if we can see it here on the replay that the Shawnee Mission Northwest coaches are showing on their screen.
Probably should pay more attention to the camera than what they're doing.
I'm trying to see the play and find out exactly. Oh, he keeps messing with it. I don't know. Wow, what a play on both sides.
Yeah. That was
for him trying to extend the play and then
Oh, exactly. Doing it was a great run. Hand off to Hunsbarger. Brits out to the outside across the 40. Midfield, stiff arms, out of bounds. But back to what I was saying, 214 viewers. So a few weeks ago when I got home, I'm looking up YouTube, just seeing what the broadcast looked like and everything. And I'm scrolling through, and it wasn't De La Salle, but if I hear it, I'll know it. They only had 130-some viewers for a high-profile California high school team.
That's shocking.
I'm just like, and I'm sitting there going, that's all you guys can do? 130? Hold my drink, son. McKelvey on the keeper on 1st and 10.
Heck yes.
Still fighting. I get nervous when a player fights that hard.
Yeah.
Because I'm afraid he's going to get stood up and either drilled or
that ball's
up
getting coming out.
I'm just worried he's going to get hurt.
Number 15.
Still at 208. Mallory, Amber, McKelvey, yes, Blazers. Speak of the Fallen Wolf says, fight, fight, fight. We're going to win tonight, blue and white. We're going to win with might. I think I've heard that a few times.
Yeah.
The only thing is Tevin's not going to be able to watch this after he gets home because he's got classes tomorrow. Rodriguez around the corner, one man to beat. He's at the 20. Tackle from behind, nope, and in for the touchdown. Rodriguez on a 42-yard touchdown run.
That's a heck of a run right there, and I mean, just beating that last man, that's all you got to do and beat that last man. Now it's a 3-score game. 3-score game going into the 4th.
And this is after Northwest had the ball for 1 minute after the Blazers took 4 minutes off the clock. They just got done almost taking another 4 minutes off. Extra point by Caleb Calvin is up.
Boom.
And it is good. 35-13 is the score.
And it's just crazy how the momentum shifts from that first half. It was very, it was pretty even the first half. Outside of that pick six, that was the huge difference. But first half, it was pretty even. Now, second half, Blazers 2 drives spanning, 3:55.
Yeah.
So 7. They've had the ball basically 90% of this quarter. And they held Northwest to a 3-and-out.
Betty Bowman Gordon commented on the Blazer football Facebook page. Says, thank goodness for this broadcast since I have a sick Blazer at home tonight. Well, Betty, I'm glad we can do it, and hopefully the youngins get feeling better. My grandson Carson has not been feeling well for the past few days, and Grandma, or great-grandma, went and stayed with him today, and he didn't even want to come to Grandpa last night when they stopped by when I was getting my hair done, and yeah, I know that feeling, so hope he gets feeling better.
Student sections are having a yell battle right now.
Tevins Papa in Houston, Texas, coming up there for playoffs. Eddie McKelvey, I want to meet you, sir. You come up. You come. Hey, you tell me what size shirt you take, and I'll get you set up. If you're coming all the way from Houston to watch the playoffs.
Goodness.
There's Tully. Nice return. And I'll tell you what, that might have been a touchdown-saving tackle by Jake McClure.
It was a good job to stand him up right there and that return. And like you said, that if he breaks by that, he's going for 6.
Got a flag on the play at the 37-yard line.
Say block in the back.
Yeah, they're going to mark it back 5, 10 yards, so it's going to be at the 27. I think that was what my math said. I've got the human abacus over here sitting right next to me. Once again, a huge thanks to Ian and Will with the help on the broadcast tonight, even on a Thursday night. Happy birthday, Jordan. Got to throw that out to him. Pritchard coming on blitz from the backside. Black being chased. He's going to have to tuck it in and run. He's going to get out of bounds. Man, Pritchard almost had him. He was coming on the blitz from that near side.
Good mobility by Black right there. You surprised you haven't seen more of that tonight.
You get some guys running after me, and I may run that fast.
I tried to run that fast.
Thanks, Will. Wait a minute. You're the one with the metal in your ankle, not me, son.
The shade.
He ain't chasing you. There goes a handoff to the far side.
Oh,
nice open field tackle. Ethan Reynolds on the tackle. Nice job, son.
That's probably the 4th time they've ran it this game?
Not many.
No.
You might need both hands for what I can forget, actually.
4th time they ran it. I think they might. Well, no, they're not banning it. Never mind. If you're down 3 score,
35-13.
Yeah, 35-13. You've got to be thinking pass, but you're not going to do these little slant routes. You've got to do.
Like that?
Yeah.
Break a tackle is Lindemann. Breaks another one to the outside. Wow. Just put some lard on his legs and watch him go.
Yeah. They've got some shifty little quick wide receivers, and that fits into their game with the slant game. These little guys run these little slants in the middle of traffic. They get through, and they turn a 3-yard gain into a 15-yard gain.
Clock stopped at 2:01. Black's going to keep it himself, and he's going to be stopped at the 25-yard line. Trying to see who made the stop and gets up. I believe that might have been Marshall Mason. They're going to say it was with inbound, so the clock keeps rolling. Man, this has been a long game. We still have a quarter to go.
Yeah.
My goodness.
It's
We're usually done by like 9:15. Robinson with the tackle on Lindemann on the complete pass. No yawning yet, son. We can't be doing that. What are you talking about?
Hey, I got
I'm
off
sorry.
at 3 a.m. last night.
For whatever reason, I said Robinson. It's Robertson. Maybe it's late for me, I guess.
I'm usually working right now, so.
Yeah, what are you yawning for?
I'm always tired.
I'm usually getting ready for bed about now. But I will say I'm totally excited, and I make this announcement to anyone watching. If you're ever in Junction City, I have accepted the managerial position at Junction City Bowl to manage the bowling alley. Black from the backside by Pritchard, fumbles the ball. Get down on it. Robertson picks it up. Nope, excuse me. I thought that was Robertson. That's actually Corbin Moore picks it up. Black never saw Pritchard coming.
That was a monster hit by Pritchard right there. Good job, knocked the ball loose, and for who was it? Cooper Black?
Yeah, Black. He's feeling that one.
Yeah.
But real quick, what I'm finishing saying is, I'm imagining the bowling alley in Junction City. I am not moving there. The broadcast will not stop. I have already got that official, so don't worry about that. But at any time you're in Junction City and you want to come bowl, find me, ask if I'm there, and if I'm there, say that you know me from the broadcast, and I will give you a good deal on bowling. As Jennings cuts a couple tackles and another one cuts it outside, breaks through, and he is going to be gone for the touchdown, Blazers. 46 yards for Luke Jennings.
That's the mantra always is. Keep
Wow.
your feet moving. You always keep your feet moving to get those extra yards, and that's exactly what Luke Jennings did. And he did it enough to break through those tackles and get the touchdown.
Wow. His third touchdown of the night.
He is the offensive player of the game.
59 yards, 5 yards, and 46 yards.
Bless you.
Ooh, excuse me. Snuck up on me. Left-footed extra point is good. Mark it up 42 to 14. 13. Yeah, 13. I had 13. Wow.
It's amazing how the tides have turned into the Blazers'
Literally, you wouldn't even have thought that it would have been like this, because the Blazers right now scoring 28 points. Yeah, 28 points in the third quarter.
21. Yeah, it was 21-13 at half.
Yeah, that's right. See, I'm supposed to be in bed right now. Scoring 3 touchdowns in the third quarter. Especially, and literally, what would you say? What did you say, Will? What did he say?
He said at your age, yeah.
Wow, really? After
Will
what
is on
after
fire
what I did
tonight.
last night, and you're going to drag me through the mud like that? Will's like, well, what can I say? It was open.
You kind of did set yourself up for that.
I can't be mad. I do the same thing to him, so what the hey. Short squib kick taken at the 25. Driven out of bounds at the 35 with the clock stopped at 5.6 seconds.
And Coach Cornelson's got to be happy. You know, that first half, yeah, the pick six was great. And, yeah, the two other touchdowns were good. But defensively, Coach Cornellson and Coach Walters, defensively, it's been a complete
turnaround.
Complete 180 right here.
They've done the change on those slants and the screen patterns. They've actually tried to run the ball a bit more, but to pitch a shutout the way it was going early just doesn't even look like it. Black's going to be brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Pritchard was in there. Gretencourt was in there.
This is what my buddy said about the broadcast.
Really good, actually, sound and picture are great. Thank you, Nick. Appreciate that. That's what we're striving for. Who else we got here? Jake Long, high school beast mode. Ryan Beasley says, I wouldn't want to tackle Jennings either. Hashtag freight train. Pretty much. That's going to be in the third quarter. 42-13 the score. We'll be back with the fourth quarter after this on the Blazer Broadcast Network.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
The Design Company Salon. New owners and the same great service, but with a new look. Go check them out, 136 East Main in Gardner.
Blazers Restaurant, not just serving burgers, they now have barbecue, soft serve, and hand-dipped ice cream with 8 different flavors and combinations. Blazers Restaurant, 131 North Center in Gardner.
Trails West Ace Hardware and Feed, and Arbor Creek Ace Hardware. Check out their paint department, including their paint tinter and Clarkson Kensington Paint and Primer in one. Trails West Ace Hardware and Feed, 240 North Moonlight in Gardner, across the street from Cherry Berry.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Ryan Ragland, Will the Thrill McIntyre, Ian Jones at the McCarthy Auto Group broadcast booth on the HD broadcast. Brought to you by Capes Whole Homes Heating and Cooling. Handoff up the middle, absolutely nothing there. Gets maybe a couple yards on the play after the penalty. We still have 203 people watching on a Thursday night at 9:04 on a Thursday evening. You guys are absolutely awesome.
Thank you, guys.
Wow.
It means a lot to everyone.
That works too.
Yeah.
Will has come up with the arrow to denote who has the ball. A little added feature there. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what Tully was doing. He went ahead and took off on the far side, and obviously some miscommunication. So that's going to back it up 5 yards. So make this one. Their numbers are so little. 3rd and 18.
No, it's third. It's third.
Yeah.
But what surprises me, Olathe Northwest or Shawnee Mission Northwest comes in 4-2. They're playing like they've made a lot of mistakes, offensively running. They've had a few delay of games, as I say that.
Black back to pass to Tully. That's.
Yeah.
I was wondering. It's kind of hard to tell from this angle, but it looked like it was on the money.
Yeah, but they're making a lot of mistakes that teams that are 4-2 shouldn't be making. And it surprises me.
I'll tell you what, and what was it, Olathe West or Northwest?
Northwest that beat them.
Yeah, Olathe Northwest defeated these Cougars 29-21. That would have. I would like to have seen that game.
Yeah.
Running punt. Cassa's going to pick that one up. Nice open field tackle.
Let it bounce. Yeah.
Philip Vesta with the tackle. Nice open field on the kickoff, on the punt return. Yeah, I'm just tickled pink. Still having this many people.
Literally.
Wait, John Bass, John Bass, Ryan, you finally have a nice haircut. Hoping to come down. Dude, John Bass, you got to get up here for the playoffs. We got to get you on. You're only jealous because I have hair to color, Mr. Bass.
I like how you said you're tickled pink and literally you're pink.
Yeah. Did I say that?
Yeah, you're like, I'm tickled pink, and I'm like,
okay.
You would be.
I wasn't thinking then. Rodriguez around and gets one big block from Hunsberger. Bounces off again. Rodriguez getting a few more touches in the second half and making good use of it. And I'll tell you what, Hunsberger, he's laying down a couple good blocks.
Yeah, it's good job by Rodriguez right there, just following your block. Being patient and waiting for that block to set up, because that easily could have been,
running off his hip.
Yeah.
Yep.
For a 4-yard gain, and it turns into another first down for the Blazers.
Clock at 10:47. Hand off to Hunsberger. Breaks one tackle. He's outside. He's going to be gone. He's at the 10. Cuts it inside. 5. Touchdown Blazers. 45 yards. No flags on the play. Wow. his second touchdown of the night. Actually, yeah, his second touchdown of the night.
Go for 2, put 50 on him.
I'll listen to you.
That's my Madden strategy.
Well, this isn't Madden, dude.
I mean, I would casually put 80 points on the Raiders.
I'm gonna give you. This is kind of this just goes to show what this offense does. Extra point is good. Make it 49-13. The last 3 touchdowns for the Blazers of 45 yards by Hunsberger, 46 by Jennings. Or check that. Yeah, the last 3 by Jennings, and then 42 by Rodriguez.
Wow. That's incredible. And that just right there.
Well, if you take
yeah, 3
you've had
yeah. I'll take that any day.
That's yeah.
40 yards a carry.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's
43.3.
Yeah. I like how you just know this off the top of your head. I have to get a calculator.
Good job, Blazers, by Nicole. Stormy Meyer, nice job, Caleb Calvin, on your extra point kicks. Yep. DJ Francis, the D-line rushed in the first half has really affected Northwest passing game.
Bobbled the catch right there.
I think GJ's wearing out. Yep. I think DJ's right. He said the Gardner's wearing out the Northwest defense power football. I'm going to see if I can find one. Now, I'm going to date this back real quick. Will, you need to try to hear this. I shouldn't play this, but this is what came to mind. I'll play it here in a second. This is what came to mind when Hunsberger goes for that touchdown run.
Here.
Pass complete to the outside, out of bounds. If anyone used to watch Monday Night Football with Howard Cosell, Al Michaels, and Don Meredith, this is what you would hear.
Turn out the lights,
the party's over.
They say that all good things must.
Oh, Dandy Don Meredith. That's what came to mind, but going back to those old times like that's pretty nice. Nice catch. Going up and getting it. I can't tell the number. Peyton Carter on the catch. I'll tell you right now, I'm glad they have the board because I can't see the numbers, and they're putting up the profile pictures on the board of the players, so that's helping me out. Black back to pass. Oh my goodness! I thought they might have got a flag on that on the defender not looking back. That was a great effort on the catch.
That was. And Blazers, I think, lucky to get out of that one without a pass interference call.
Yeah, I thought they were gonna. I thought they were gonna hit that for sure. I think that might have been Principal Myers down there helping out with the incomplete call. Clock stopped at 9:56. I would think that the first string is done for the evening.
Ooh.
Shuttle pass that they ran earlier to Lindenwood. And he got about 10 yards out of something that probably wasn't there.
Number 5, Ty Lindemann with the carry.
He's slow to get up, but, I mean, if you have a giant
Well,
linebacker coming at you at his size, I would be slow to get up, too.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. I mean, Ty Lindemann, 5'7", $145.
And you have someone like Devontae Pritchard coming at you, I would be scared.
Matt
I'd be getting
Robertson,
up very slow.
Gage Gully, Marshall Mason. You got – oh, he was looking back. I think he felt – I'm pretty sure he felt Ethan Reynolds coming at him.
He heard them steps.
He turned his head before the ball got there, and I can't blame him. I think I'd be doing the same thing.
Hearing footsteps is real dangerous.
That'll make you nervous.
Yeah.
Especially when you're crossing the middle. On 4th down.
He's going to have enough
complete.
In the first.
Yep. Clock stopped at 9:13.
Good tackle there by, I have no idea who did it.
Duck checks in, says nice score. Hey, Duck, really? You got to put that down? Here you go, Will.
Fun of your hair?
No. It's just what he typed on the. Couple deals up. Breaking tackles some more. I'll tell you what, the effort out of Northwest is not to be mistaken.
No, I mean, most teams right now would just pack their bags. You know, be like, oh, we're down 36. we're done for.
Deck says, oops, I forgot we were big time now.
Language, Duck. We're not at a sporting game.
Nicole, yeah, we hit.
Ooh.
Actually, we hit 214. Nicole just asked if we knew how many we hit.
That was a great swat there by Ethan Reynolds.
Makes it 2nd and 10. Yeah, we're still at 191.
Duck says new phone, who dis?
Yeah, right.
He's big time now with him being a manager.
I'm telling you. Black back to pass on the crossing pattern to Lindenwood. Or check that. I think that might be Duke Hinkey. I was correct. It was Duke Hinkey.
Duck, if it makes you feel better, I'm wearing a Sporting KC hoodie right now. So
He is.
So I'm repping.
Duck probably still can't believe he actually got me to I went to a Sporting Kansas City game with him. He's probably still freaking out over that.
He'll be happy on the 28th when I go to the game.
Why?
Because that means I'll buy him a beer.
Oh, well.
Because I owe him one.
You owe him one.
Yeah.
Well, so it's not out of the goodness of your heart. It's because you owe him one.
Yeah.
Warren Nara checks in. Are you listening to the stadium announcer? Touchdown for the Cougars. Warren says, are you listening to the stadium announcer? He's not saying anything about the Blazers on any play, offense or defense.
That's what I've noticed.
I'm not paying attention.
And he also likes
Now listen to that.
That's what they do. There's a dude that does that.
No, that
on season 1 of.
You know what? You know what it sounds like? I'm sorry. It sounds like you need to clear your throat or
sounds like a
blow your
cat
nose.
trying to
No.
Hack up a hairball.
It does. You're trying to. Yeah, it doesn't sound like a growl or anything. Yep, they're going for two. Threw it behind him and still grounded in. He did.
That's impressive.
Wow.
That was a good catch.
He did, because he threw it early on their break and ended up throwing it behind him. So the 2-point conversion is good, and I think that might have been Lindemann. So that makes it 49-21 with 7:58 to go in the game.
But this announcer's growl reminds me there's a guy.
He's not even the one doing it, is he?
Yeah, he is.
No.
Yeah.
I didn't even look.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
There's a guy on whenever Last Chance.
I thought it
East
was recorded.
Mississippi. No, he's doing it live.
No.
There's a guy at East Mississippi. He'll stand in the crowd and growl like.
But does he do it well?
Kinda. I mean, I don't know how you can judge someone growling.
I don't know.
Honestly.
I don't know. I would have it pre-recorded and do it that way.
I would too.
That's
My
just
bad,
me.
Will. My bad.
It might be the other foot. No. Oh, did you hear Will's story about Kelsey?
Yeah, he told me whenever he drove me up to the Olathe Northwest game.
Oh, that's his claim to fame. He's
Travis
Travis's
best
buddy.
friend.
Oh, that onside kick. They may have gotten it. And they did. You got to step up on that. You got to be ready for it. I mean, they just got real lax on it.
It looked like to me he kind of touched it about the 48, but I'm not wearing stripes or a hat, so I can't be one to say it.
What I always say? I'm not wearing the black and white, so my opinion matters not.
Yeah.
So on the 48-yard line, clock at 7:55. Black back to pass on a go route. And oh my goodness. Yeah. I do believe that Mr. Johnson would like to have that opportunity back as he looked back and it fell right into his hands. And Black just kind of put it up just for the receiver to run underneath it.
And that's why they play cornerback, is because they don't have hands. They don't have the hands to play wide receiver.
They're just supposed to knock it down, all right?
Yeah, they're just supposed to knock it down.
Black getting pressure on the screen, and he had to get rid of that one pretty quick.
That's one thing I've noticed, this happens to most quarterbacks, but when you're getting pressured, Black's not having much time to throw the ball, and it's leading to, quick drives for the Cougars. And, you recover the onside kick, get at the opponent 48, but you're on a third and 10.
I got to read this to you. Jarrett Finley helps out on the broadcast. He had a post here. It's kind of funny. More pressure going for the screen pass. Overthrown Finley. He says, sign number 567,423. I'm getting old. I actually got excited for a nap I was going to take tomorrow. Yeah. I can understand that.
That's relatable.
Still have 192.
That's wild.
No, JR's not. Junior's. Wow, now I got it. No, Junior's not playing defense there, Duck. He's talking about the pass that Johnson fell right into his hands. Yeah, that still haunts him. Low line drive kick. It's going to go out of bounds at about the 24-yard line. Boss 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Mayberry wants to know how far the kids can go, fellas?
Playoffs? The east side looks really good, though.
To me, it's really hard to tell until you see the bracket. It's hard to tell exactly what it's going to be because a lot of people say, well, what's someone's record going to be? Well, you got to look at who they're playing.
Yeah.
And how good they are. So I would say prematurely, I'd say at least a couple wins. You would like to think.
The east side favors the Blazers a lot more than the west, because on the west you've got Free State and Derby. And those are the two top teams in the state.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Manhattan's in there.
Topeka.
Yeah, but man, Topeka really doesn't have the history of having the team, though. But then again,
they've got
the last few years we haven't had the history of the team, so you can look at it that way too.
But they've also got one of the best backs in the state.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't know. I would say preliminary. I would say a couple wins, at least one, if not two. Then you're starting to take on, the Blue Valleys. You're starting to take on, I still say with Graham Mertz being back with Blue Valley North, whatever their record is, that could still be a dangerous team. The Q in at quarterback now, the Q Meister, Quentin Johns. I told him, I said, I'll call him the Q, but when he's in, I actually have to say Quentin once. So second string in at 7:15 to go in the game. That's
scary.
It is.
I'm having nightmares. I'm going to have nightmares about that.
Our next broadcast will be Friday against Shawnee Mission West. Senior night. Broadcast starting at 6:15 with the Look Around the Sunfire League brought to you by Trails West Ace Hardware and Feed, and then coach's comments at 6:40 with the McCarthy Auto Group pregame show. Hand off to Jacob Butash, and he's going to get enough for a first down. That's going to stop the clock at 6:37 and restart after the ball is down.
71 with the tackle.
Question.
Answer.
Playoffs.
Yes.
Is it still like the way it used to be where the furthest west team?
It's
home field?
It's 1 through 16 in the first round. I have to find out if they still do east-west or north-south on that. I'll have to call Cation, find out, and make sure. Handoff up the middle, up to the 40-yard line. Little guy getting knocked around. Trenton Bryan, 5'8", 168. You didn't want to yawn in the microphone?
No.
I can. Sorry, everyone. It's my bedtime. Anyway, what I was going to say was, and I think I finished it, but if anyone at any time when I'm working at Junction City Bowl, if you're going to be there and you want a great deal on some games, you come in, find me, and I'll get you hooked up. I promise. Flag on the play.
Flag on the play.
Yep.
Anything to stop the game. I mean,
Yeah.
it's 9:30. Trying to see who else is chiming in. Tiffany Oldham says, "Way to go, Blazers." I think that's about it. Still have 180. Unreal. I'm just in awe. Do I know what SAWCON is? No, I don't. SAWCON? I don't know what it is. Butash to the outside, gets knocked out of bounds. Kind of weird. They're going to keep the clock rolling even though he got knocked out of bounds. I thank you, but I can't figure out why. Real quick, we are not going to have a McCarthy Auto Group pregame show, but we will say that the McCarthy Auto Group player of the game, obviously, is Luke Jennings with his 3 touchdowns. He has 8 on the year now. Hunsbarger has 2. Handoff up the middle to Bryan.
And it's kind of funny how you mentioned last year Luke Jennings was the tight end.
Yep.
And now he moves to running back.
And just kills it.
Just
well,
dominates.
they had Keegan Michaels.
Well,
And
I mean, at the beginning of the year, it was Maxwell that was just tearing it up.
yeah, you had Maxwell, you had I called him Sunshine. And yeah, they were overloaded on the backside, on the backfield. Who's calling timeout?
Cornellson.
We
They
are.
were trying to pull him off sides.
Well, that didn't work, did it?
No.
Clock stopped at 3:49. Once again, our next broadcast will be Friday, a week from tomorrow, as the Blazers will host Shawnee Mission West, your 7-0 Blazers. That's got a nice ring to it. I'm just saying.
It really does.
And we're already 1 week away from being done with the regular season, and then
the fun starts.
The playoff, and then we'll jump right into Blazer basketball.
Yep.
We'll probably end up. I've got to get the schedule set up, ready to go on what we're going to be doing for that. But yeah, we'll end up doing a couple games in December before the holiday break. We're going to have the tournaments, the Lady Cat Classic and Blue Stem Classic in El Dorado for the guys and girls. That's at the end of January.
Why?
They're trying something. I'm not
a fan of it.
I'm not.
I don't
Hey,
have
I
work
can't-
tomorrow, but I'm not a fan of it.
Well, I'm, unless there's either they're, well, and this is a teaching mode. This is, you've got these guys out here, and as they say, you're always one play away from being in the game.
Right.
And we've seen that a couple times. Once again, I want to say a huge thanks to everyone joining us here on the Blazer Broadcast Network. 214 viewers tonight at one time. Is Luke Jennings?
All right then.
I don't know. I don't know what he's talking about here. And the punt, and it's going to roll past the 20, down at the 14, it looks like. Clock stopped at 3:37. But once again, a huge thanks for everyone joining us here on a Thursday night for the Blazer win. And, yeah, been a good night.
Oh, my.
I'm not getting it, so maybe I'm old. But
it's not appropriate for the broadcast.
Okay,
and we
well,
will speak about it after the broadcast.
Oh, is that your buddy?
No, I don't know who it is, but.
Well, let's put it this way: if I can. Let's see.
Oh, he
and
trips
down
over
at the
his own
40-yard line. Oh, I can do that. I can do it. Do I put him in timeout, or do I hide user from the channel?
Number 22.
Hide user?
Yeah.
I guess.
Well, it says go to channel. Yeah, let's do this here. Let's just take care of it right now.
I'm asking my buddies if it's one of them.
Cross the 50, breaking a tackle down at the 45. Clock running at 3:05. Tevin McKelsey's Papa from Houston is coming up for the playoffs, the 26. He wears an extra large, and it's his birthday. Well, sweetness.
Isaac Freeman.
Well, happy birthday to Tevin McKelvey's grandpa. He's coming up on the 26th. I'll get him set up with a T-shirt. I want to meet the young man. Well, I tell you, he's running.
The Cougar run game, I mean, granted, it's the second and third stringers playing right now, but this running game is not bad at all for him.
No.
I mean, I'm surprised they didn't go to it more often whenever the first stringers were in.
To me, they were just so one-directional.
Yeah.
They were just doing
the slant
the
pass
slants, and that was pretty much their bread and butter. That's the third time they've run that play. That little pitch, that little forward pitch.
Number 8.
And
that's going to move the chains.
But it's weird to see, usually teams, whenever these second and third stringers come in, they kind of just lay an egg, and Northwest is actually putting up a good fight with these second and third stringers.
That screen pass again. A lot of room ahead of him. He's going to be chased from behind. Oh, at the goal line. Got nailed, but in for the touchdown. He paid the price.
Number 47 on the carry. Tyler
I'll tell you what, Tyler Fisher stood up on the hit, got the touchdown, scored from 49 yards out.
Touchdown Cougars.
And that he just had a whole lane, and he took full advantage of it. And
well, on that screen pass, he made one move, and it was like the parting of the Red Sea off the left side.
Yeah, and
good Lord. But as I was saying before, we're not going to have a McCarthy Auto Group player of the game, or we are, Luke Jennings, but we're not going to have McCarthy Auto Group post-game show, as this has been running long, and like most people, this man's got to work in the morning.
Can't relate.
Oh, well, you will. Won't he will? He will relate at some point.
Oh, I will during holiday season when we have to work mandatory 6 days in a row. I work Saturday through Thursday.
Oh, no. I never call mandatory. It's kind of hard to do that, actually.
I mean, not when your busiest 2 days of the year are Black Friday and Cyber Monday.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, yeah. You are in the warehouse.
Yeah.
Move your mic down just a pinch.
Darth Vadering again.
Turn it. There you go.
Is it Darth Vadering again?
Yeah.
Jeez.
See, that's even better than that cat growl.
I think
so they're going to back it up 5 yards.
If you just got a sound clip of a cat hacking up a hairball, it'd be better than that.
Easy on the guy. He's putting forth the effort.
I mean, props to him, but I wouldn't do that in public.
A long time to snap the ball. Extra point is up. And no good. So 49-27 is the score. With 1:37 to go in the game. And I'm trying to see timeouts left. Let's see. Blazers have none. Is that 1 or 2?
I believe it's 2.
2 for Northwest. And then we can shut this window because we have the window open because that's where the crowd mic is. And it's. Have you heard what is supposed to be going on Sunday? Rain? No, gets better. About 40-some degrees in the morning, falling temperatures into the 30s. Wait a minute.
It's time to move south.
My goodness.
It's time to move south and cover a Texas team.
My kicker would be practicing field goals all week long.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You're staying after 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got to get 40-plus kicks in a day.
What was I going to say?
It might be a little much, but I'm rough.
The last extra point is
Yeah.
And short squib kick at the 27 is Butash. And he's going to be out of bounds at about the 38-yard line with 1:31 to go. And I would say probably, one first down?
14.
Yeah.
Mark Addington on the tackle.
Depending on how quick you get it. Once again, huge thanks to everyone joining us on the Blazer Broadcast Network. Everyone at Planet Sub watching the game there while you enjoy some great sandwiches. Everyone joining us last week, causing my hair to turn pink. Thank you, Will. That was awesome. Huge thanks to Design Company with April and Amy for donating the product, I guess it is, that to get that done. Katie did a great job. Make sure you tell them huge thanks. Huge thanks to Sean Capes, Whole Homes Heating and Cooling for the HD broadcast, American Computers for setting up the computer to get that done, and everyone joining us. 214 people on a Thursday freaking night.
That's 30
that,
more than what I projected.
That's beautiful. I love it. So you guys are awesome, and appreciate it. See if we have any more. Well, Pranky City, let's just say I blocked him. I have hidden him from the broadcast, so he can say whatever he wants. Whoever that was, they're done. So, Prank City, thanks for the broadcast. Thank you for watching. And, his birthday is the 26th. Well, great. Tevin McKelvey's grandpa's birthday's on the 26th, so he's coming up. And that's going to be the score. 49-27, your final. Blazers advance their record to 7-0 with one more game to go in the regular season. And that will be Friday, a week from Friday, as they will take on the Vikings of Shawnee Mission West. A huge thanks to everyone joining us on the Blazer Broadcast Network. For Ian Jones on the camera, Will the Thrill McIntyre with the graphics, I'm Ryan Ragland. We will see you Friday as the Blazers look to go undefeated in the regular season as they take on the Vikings of Shawnee Mission West on Friday night. Have a great night, great weekend, and we will see you guys next week.